Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Tavern, the only Dungeons & Dragons stream that values our game over children.
Woo!
And I mean it,
Man, that was a
Bill.
quick turnaround.
Snuck up on you there.
Not like my kids. They'll never find me.
As you can see, Bill's hiding. Oh, he got found. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We will get started because we have a lot to get to, but before we do, we just have a few quick announcements. First of all, if you are starting watching this and you're like, damn, I can't stay for the whole time, it's okay. You can still catch up on all of our episodes at our YouTube channel, which you can find very easily at bit.ly/OnceUponATavern. From there, you could go back to all 26 episodes you've seen or you haven't seen and check them out. We are also available on podcast form wherever podcasts are found. We update we're up on YouTube on the following Tuesday after live streams and up on our podcasts the following Sunday, except for today because it's running a little late. But it'll be up by tomorrow for sure. So with that, go check us out. And if you haven't already, and if you didn't know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe with us with that Amazon Prime account by connecting it to your Twitch and clicking subscribe just right up there. From there, you can also subscribe without the Twitch Prime account and just throw some money our way. Just do that, and you get one free subscription a month. You just have to renew it every month. Finally, we do have a Patreon as well at patreon.com/OnceUponATavern. It is there that you can check out all of our great tiers. We do have an ongoing promotion right now, so that when we reach 10 subscribers at the $5 tier or more, Mike will do what, Mike? You gotta be ready. I was telling you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna blue myself.
He's gonna blue himself for us. Paint himself entirely blue, just like his character Aldous. We need 9 more subscribers at the $5 tier. So that's all you need to do. $5 a month to see this man paint himself blue for our very first in-person game. When will that be? I don't know. Ask your local government. So I don't have anything else. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Anything they need to say? I think I'm good. Kind of blew through those because I'd rather just play Dungeons and Dragons. Haha. So, without any further ado, let's dive into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern. And welcome back.
Hey.
What up?
Hey, alright. So, where we last left the party, you all exited the city of New Praxia, many of you for the first time in your lives, on the hunt for a Horned Serpent to find its gem to trade with Deliria Cortesana, an elven woman in the 5th district of New Praxia. In return for the gem of the Horned Serpent, Deliria will give you access to a door in her shop, which she claims will lead you to a place called Sigil. Not knowing much of it, just knowing that it is a place where you could get to other planes of existence, and a few of you needing to find that, you made your way out into the wide unknown under a few certain hunches with the help of a well map, and made your way to a small lake. There you discovered, before arriving at the lake, you discovered a green dragonborn ranger named Iracoria, who hunted these boar that attacked you with you, and agreed to kinda show you the way to a little town called Lakebury in return for transporting her boar, making her life a little easier. She took you into town and sort of became your guide, where upon arriving, you realized not all seemed right here. This town seems to be full of people who haven't seen many outsiders for a very long time, and their elder woman, Kian, seems to be eccentric, to say the least, and claims to lead a group of religious disciples in the worship of a god named Mershok. You all learned a little bit about their group, their religious organization, and decided to pass for now, and made your way back to Iracoria's house, or tree stump, to kind of rest and take stock of the situation. On your way back, Zook released Hedwige to follow the 2 teenage boys that had taken a boat across the lake into the island. There they saw one of the boys stuffing boar's meat into the clothes of one of the others, and he ran into the jungle, frolicking as if trying to get something's attention. Hedwige witnessed the massive horned serpent making its way out of the underbrush, and the boy having last-minute regrets shortly before he was eaten whole. Hedwige at that point peaced out and made her way back to all of you, where she relayed the information to Zook, and where we will pick up for today. So, party, what do we do?
I think it's about time we go kill a horned serpent.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many better things we could be doing, less dangerous things we could be doing. I don't want to go.
Why?
It's for
What
the
happened?
good of all of us, yes.
I thought. Wait, did I not? Oh, well, basically, if you've just some real Cooper from Dino Crisis has vibes. Basically, those teenage boys. Oh, the salted pork is amazing. Oh my god.
Salted pork.
Yeah, the boar.
You salted it already?
Salted it already. Listen, I'm not one to miss a meal. Anyway, I said Hedwige. She saw the boy consensually get eaten by the big horned snake. However, the consent was revoked at the very last moment. Unfortunately, the snake didn't speak common. So he dead. His brother is now a single child. He no longer exists. He is not of the material plane any longer. He's dead, and I don't want to be next.
But is he
Do you have any better ideas for getting to Sigil?
Listen, the extent of my good idea is just don't deal with the giant snake.
If it helps, the giant snake is probably full now, right? So he probably won't need a small little meal like you.
Rude. 1, big hat. 2, you've seen the amount of food I consume in this minute body. That was a very large snake and a very small sacrifice. He can still eat.
Sinrig, what do you know of horned serpents?
What do I know about horned serpents?
The same thing you learned about them last time you rolled a nature check.
Yeah, I don't.
they are horned. They are serpents. I believe we learned from Kian that probably poisonous, so probably prepare for that.
How?
Actually, in the morning after a rest, I could prepare a spell that could help us.
Didn't she mention that there were serums we could drink?
She mentioned it was part of the baptism, so.
But maybe we can find these serums without the baptism.
Why don't we
Perhaps.
just get baptized?
We could get baptized.
That just seems like a lot for me right now.
Okay.
Well, the way I see it, we are doing this town a favor by getting rid of the Horned Serpent so no one else is sacrificed. So, if we were to procure these serums without consent, I think it's justified. I think we should steal them. Let's just steal the serum.
I'm all for theft.
Also, once we were baptized and initiated into their cult, it might be difficult for all of us to slip away and kill their god unnoticed.
Yes, joining the cult is probably not a good idea.
That's weird. That's like the first time that sentence has ever been said.
I am down for stealing them. I mean, if this is the way that we
This is the way.
get a jewel and we get to Sigil and I get to have a lighter load, then I think stealing them seems the best option.
Are we certain that they were serums of some kind? Maybe it is part of a ritual, in which case we may not be able to steal anything from them, and then we just get ourselves caught in the web of,
No
town
webs, snakes, not
cult.
spiders.
They may be spiders, we don't know.
Listen, if you think I'm noping out of snakes, just start with the spiders.
Also, pretty sure Kian is a Yuan-Ti, right? So there could be more of them in this town, and that may be dangerous.
Yeah.
If we go in the morning, after the snake has rested and eaten, we could bring some of the boar with us, perhaps use that as bait, and then catch it off guard.
Are snakes known to be nocturnal? Or horned serpents in this case?
Yes? I feel like I heard that somewhere. Hang on. Oh, damn. Hold on. How do you roll a dice in this bad boy? Okay. No, that's a 12. Nope, not you.
I would think it depends on the snake.
Do I know if they're nocturnal or anything like that?
I got... Oof. Never mind. It's bad.
Yeah, I'd say, Sinrig, it's not unreasonable for certain snakes to hunt at night. But also, this snake doesn't totally hunt. It seems to be presented with things.
Sure.
And so
That's the lie.
it may have grown used to that situation rather than a scheduled hunting pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily nocturnal, but we know it was fed just recently, so it will probably rest, right? It probably lives a life of resting and just waiting for food to be brought to it, so...
Yeah. Perhaps we could use this pattern to our advantage. We could leave something for the serpent, perhaps some of the boar meat that we could taint with any type of poison or acid that could work. I don't know serpents per se, but that, maybe some gunpowder to blow up. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
I remember reading all of these stories as a youngling, where the hero, who is facing a monster much larger than itself, would allow itself to be eaten, and then cut its way out. Could we maybe do that?
Yes. Yes, I will cut my way out of a serpent. Let's do it.
No, you are too big. You would have to be Zerg. We'll feed it Zerg.
But
On a
also that may be
scale
better.
of
It'd be
1
harder to eat me. Yes?
To fuck no. We are hard on the right side of that one.
Those are actually, you are all metal. It would probably be very hard to eat you.
I am not appetizing. I don't
Exactly. So if
That's
you
what
put
the boar meat is for.
on you,
So put the boar
then
meat
it will
on
try to bite and break its teeth on your skin.
I am
Uh-huh.
resistant to poison, just because of my faculties. So, hell yeah, strap the boar meat on. Let's get me in front of a snake.
I also,
Dozer.
again, in the morning, I could prepare a spell, protection from poison, that would give resistance to poisons
Double resistance.
to someone. So this could help. Yes.
Yeah. Would we be able to poison the serpent? Is that something possible, Sinrig?
I think it's safe to say that probably not. That if it is poisonous, it's probably hard to poison. But you mentioned gunpowder. I like this. If it eats a bunch of gunpowder and we shoot it with fire, then... Right?
I'm not against being eaten.
I have something I can feed it. It's kind of expensive though, and I'm gonna be really pissed if I lose it for good.
What's
And
that?
I pull out a rod, and then I click the end of it, and then I let go of the rod. Genuinely so pissed if I lose this.
This is
Again.
genius.
We leave
I've been called such before.
What if we put a hunk of boar meat with this rod in it, and we move it around with some magics? If you have anything that could move it around,
Some sort of a mage hand.
yeah. So it thinks it's chasing something, then it eats the rod, and then it cannot move. This is a good idea. I like this.
Well, it is mine.
If it were to build up a lot of momentum, say, and then we were to click it, it couldn't stop itself.
Also nice. Also very good.
Get really into the weeds on this one.
Yeah, how are you going to click it? It is inside the body.
So Dozer takes the rod.
Mage hand.
Dozer takes the rod and then gets eaten, and then clicks the rod.
No, this whole poor thing was to stop Dozer. Listen, Dozer, you can't be putting yourself in these harmful situations. If you die, who's going to protect Kellen?
I don't know. You know, you're right. You're right. And this all sounds ridiculous. It all sounds like a big made-up scenario that people are talking about and around the table or something. But like, I think that this is a good idea.
Could the mage
Put
hand
them-
activate the rod?
Only if I can see it. So it's kind of one of those things like, you're going to put it in meat, it's already on.
What does Hedgewitch do? Maybe
I
we can put
will.
Hedgewitches in there.
I will turn you off. I will find the switch, and I will flip it.
Listen, hear me out. Okay, look. The serpent swallows it whole. Hedgewitch whole. And Hedgewitch has the immovable rod. And then you just make Hedgewitch click it while inside. While the serpent is maybe chasing somebody who's incredibly fast. Hey, looking at you, Joe. And then we click it and it disembowels itself.
Or no. Because I love Hedgewitch almost as much as I love myself, which is really just an incomprehensible amount.
No.
Okay. I'm very confused. What do we even know about this creature? Because I feel like it is a very bad idea to go into a creature's lair, to attack it without anything to protect us, particularly information on said creature and its lair. So
If it can bleed, I can kill it.
Maybe
if it
it
bleeds,
cannot.
I can
We
kill
do
it.
not know anything about this creature. What do we know?
If it has
Very
a face, Dozer can take it off.
So it seems we should probably gain more information about this creature. I know it is probably dangerous to ask people. Maybe Iracoria has some information that might be useful to us. But it seems... Well, it seems just stupid to just run in there with an immovable rod, thinking that, oh, this'll work.
That's No, let's do that. I like that idea.
I feel you are right, but this is a town of people who are not our friends. And if we ask too much about their god, we give ourselves away. And then we are not just fighting the Horned Serpent, we are also fighting a town of its followers. And this is also dangerous, yes?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, let's ask Irakuria. She
Well, we
has
did
proof.
before, and she said she didn't know much else. We could ask if there is more information she has.
I don't remember, I guess. I do not know. I did not ask.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't actually. But
I mean, if this is the only way, then I will take the meat and run because I am faster. It has been proven. I'm sorry, I am. And I will run, and we can run it to something that we have prepared. But it seems like a bad idea for us to fight it in its lair.
I love that. I love everything you said because it's something I can prepare for, like a trap, and then leave, and then I helped, but I'm not there. That's the first part. Second part, yes, you are fast. Do you know that you're faster than this? Because he didn't...
No, that is what I'm saying. We don't know anything about this creature. I think all of this is stupid.
I'm pretty sure Sinrig knows everything about this creature.
Ah!
Are there any other like library structures around this area?
Library structures?
Yeah, like anywhere with books.
That was such a strange way to say it.
You know, like a library or a Barnes and Noble.
Not that you would know. You could ask Irakuria.
Sure. I'm gonna go ask her.
All right. You head down into the hole in the little tree stump. There's it's not really a door per se. It's just kind of a piece of wood covering the entrance.
I knock.
Okay. You knock, and after a moment, the wood slides, and she sees you, and she goes, "Yeah."
I was curious if you knew any more about this serpent. I have some questions.
All right. 1 sec. And she kind of puts on a cloak and comes out. I don't know much, only what they've spoken of in rumors, but I'm happy to help however I can.
So what do you know? Tell me everything.
I know it's a very large snake that they worship.
Okay, I know that. How fast does it move?
How fast does it move? I've never seen it move.
Can it be poisoned?
Can it be poisoned? Well, they speak often of requiring a cure or an antidote of sorts. I've heard before if they're around it. So I would assume that it would be immune to something.
Okay, good.
Based on my own experience in all of this.
What was the other question? Oh, does it hunt at night?
I've never encountered it, so I cannot say when it hunts.
Okay.
Do you know? Oh, am I there?
Anything else? What else? What else?
She came out. She came out to talk to all of you.
Okay, good.
So.
Do you know its speed approximately in feet per 6 seconds?
Once again, I have never seen it in action, so I'm sorry to say I don't.
Irakuria, you said they have an antidote for when they are near it, not just like a bite?
Yes, if you're going to the island and you plan on coming back, you tend to want to make sure you have the antidote. That is what I've understood.
So maybe the island itself is set up with traps or something to keep it safe or keep people away?
It may have an aura.
Or an aura, yes.
Yes, some kind of permeating poison.
Perhaps it seems we need this antidote.
Is there anything that you know, Iroquoia, about this antidote?
I know that it's part of their baptism. I've tried to get my hands on it, but the Kian keeps it fairly close. Proprietary secret, if you will.
But
I'm
she
willing
she
to be
keeps it with her.
baptized for it.
Ooh, those were two questions. What?
I was saying I would be willing to be baptized for the antidote.
Well, it's not like they give you an unlimited supply. You'd have to drink it, and you'd be okay.
Oh. I guess we should steal it then.
Yeah, she keeps it close to her, you said, so in her house?
It's a good assumption.
Okay.
I tend to avoid the town as much as possible.
Well, what if you said you were searching for this antidote yourself?
I was once.
Would you want to help us steal it from Kia? You know the town. You could probably get us in secretly without being discovered very easily.
She kind of like looks at you up and down, and she's just, well, just, is that like kosher for all of you, just to walk into a town you've never been in and just steal?
When the town's a cult, I think. Yeah.
I have no problem with it. It's just interesting to me. Your morals seem flexible.
You have no idea.
Right.
There's quite a bit of a larger story behind all of this that is guiding us here. What we're looking to acquire from this serpent is significant to us.
Okay. And
I
it
just-
was
I'm just saying,
significant to
We
all
would
of
go
you.
to great lengths to protect the people we love.
In what way is it significant to all of you?
We needed to trade for something else, which will in turn lead to better things. So in all, it's a means to a good end.
Huh.
And quite honestly, I would really like to free this town of the Horned Serpent. I don't much like the idea of them sacrificing their own to a creature. Doesn't seem right.
I've been across the world I've been across the world for a long time. And if one thing I have found, it's that sacrifices are inevitable. And it's best, especially in these cases, to keep your nose down. But if you insist on it, I could assist you. But I don't... Unless this is going to be a kill everyone who sees us kind of operation, which I'm not approving.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to kill a bunch of people.
I need to not be seen. Because as of now, they are my only source of trade out here, and the elves are rather unpleasant.
Could help us provide some shadows and such to get us in.
Have you ever seen them perform a baptism?
No, I've only ever heard people say they were going to be. I tried not to stay in town, like I said.
I am just curious if it calls the whole town out. There is a good distraction.
It seems to be an event, yes.
That
The
is a
only other
good
thing
point, yes.
I could think of is if, Zook, you can describe to me the look of that person, that boy, who was killed. If you could do that, I could disguise myself as him and pretend I have a message from their god.
Oh. Wow, we're just getting in it.
Otherwise, one of us is going to have to get baptized, which, I don't think is too bad.
I don't know if I like that idea. We do not know what this entails, and there could be magics involved. If you have to drink this anti-venom, we have no idea what that could do to us.
As I said, I'm willing to take the risk if it gives us what we need.
Yes, Varys is feeling.
You wouldn't happen to have to know detect thoughts or anything of the sort, Aldous?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, 1 moment. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. I gotta look in my books for something.
So what we are proposing is a diversion or a distraction in the way of either this child miraculously coming back from the island and talking of a message from Urshok, which we do not know much of this god, so that we could find ourselves falling into a trap with a lack of information, or a baptism. One of us claiming that we want to be under Mershok's protection, and that event drawing people away.
Yes, you are correct. Those are my ideas. If anybody has something else, I know Grimald and you all said we maybe just feed a rod or gunpowder and then run after it. Which, like, if you guys want to go, I'm ready. But it seems this may be more dangerous than we think. With this whole needing an antidote being around it is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good.
I think we need to keep in mind that Irakuria said that what's her name? Keon keeps this antidote close to her. I have a feeling Keon would be the one administering the baptism, and so maybe her antidotes would not necessarily be in her house, but on her person.
But perhaps she only has one on her person, and the house is unguarded because she's not there.
Yes. What I'm saying is, it may. I don't know if this is wise, but if we throw all of our eggs into the "let's go to her house" basket, and then turns out that there are no eggs at the house, then all of that was for nothing.
Well, no, I mean, then one of us is baptized and has the antidote.
Let me finish, sorry. So would it not be wise for some of us to maybe be at the baptism in case that one doesn't work out and we are able to get it while we are there?
Split the party, okay. Yeah.
That's why I said it may not be wise.
That makes sense, yeah.
I do like this idea, because if she is collecting it for the baptism, this could also be our way to figure out where it is hidden exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is not in her house, we would be potentially risking being caught and not even knowing if it's there. So I do think this ruse of a baptism is for the best.
Not to mention, as you had said before, if we're caught trying to steal it, then we have to deal with the town as well.
Mm-hmm.
I say we pull the trigger on this baptism idea. All in favor?
We could
Sure.
have a small group go to the house. I could cast Pass Without a Trace to get us in. Yes, to the house. So the sneakiest of us, Irakuria, if you would like to come, you probably know the town and the layout well. Get us into Keon's house. Varys and whoever would like to go to the baptism is there, ready to, I guess, find out where the antidotes are on Keon's person.
Shouldn't we have the baptism happen? Shouldn't Varys go and talk about wanting to have the baptism happen? Because Irakuria, you said that it is like a big event, correct? I am guessing.
Party?
Yes.
I love parties.
So I did not do party.
You
But
did.
I'm guessing then that would need to happen before any of us go in, so that once the people go out to this baptism, that is when we move in. So that Irakuria can still maintain her trade with this town once we have done what we need to do.
Yes. Okay. So, shall we start that conversation of the baptism? We could potentially learn more about the Horned Serpent as well. This could be a perfect opportunity to gain intel, as well as distract the town.
Also, Zook, you could have Hedgewitch perhaps follow Kian, and if she goes back to her house to prepare the antidote, we would have a insider, be able to show us where it is hidden.
I like this idea. This is all very good.
Good thinking, yes.
Oh, sure, yes. We'll just use my owl for all of our whims and fancies, yes.
She can transform into something small, yes, and be unseen?
Yes, but that'll take me an hour and some change. It'll cost me 10 gold pieces to change her, ish, and then another 10 to change back to an owl because she doesn't like being anything other than an owl.
I mean, we could all pitch in for the gold that is needed.
It's not the gold.
I was
this
going to
this
say,
time.
because it is also still nighttime. I don't think that we have actually gotten any rest yet, so we do not need to start any of this until morning. Right? Am I remembering that correctly, Ben? We ended...
It is night. It's night right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never turn down a nap.
We know.
So yes, then if that is okay with you, Zook, and that is okay with your friend, then she changes to something else. Or I mean, I guess she can follow him from the sky too. But if they go inside the house, they want to be able to see.
Yeah. Let me ask, Hedgewitch.
You're asking Hedgewitch what?
Well, I was expecting like a what.
Or at least a who.
God damn it.
No! Shut it down!
That was so good!
I was waiting for the rest of the question coming. She looks at you and she says, who?
No. What? Never mind. It's semantics. Hedgewitch, how would you feel about, like, for a little while, changing into something else, not an owl?
And she looks at you and she's like, spider? And with like some PTSD shock in her eyes.
No. Never after last time. I feel terrible about that one. No smooshing this time. I am trying to see what you can turn into, but
what about like a garter snake?
My spellbook won't tell me. Yes, a snake would be great because they probably don't squish those here.
So smart.
I'm cold. I'm gonna put a shirt on.
She like looks around and let me make sure you can turn into a snake. I don't know why your spellbook doesn't say it. It says it right here. Poisonous snake.
Poisonous snake. That's a good one.
She looks and she goes, I do like snakes. Snakes taste good. Okay, snake.
Okay, snake. Snake? Snake! And then I'm like, all right, so we're staying here for the night?
Iroquois is like, you are welcome to. Just don't make too much noise.
Oh, no. I meant like on your property. I will not be staying in this lovely home you've crafted. It's homey. But
I meant that too. You are not allowed in my home.
Well, rude.
It's not meant to be. There's just not very much space. Even
I'm
for
very
one...
small, except for my hat. I bid you good day, and I tip the large hat, and I walk out.
Oh, gosh. You are something else. Very well.
We know.
Thank you.
Awaken me in the morning if you are ready to go. And she heads back down.
I walk outside, and I cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Hey.
Lumen's tiny hut.
Yep.
Okay, so you kind of clear some space, and after a minute of Zook just kind of concentrating.
11 minutes.
Oh, you're ritual casting it?
Yeah.
Alright, so after 11 minutes of Zook kind of clearing some space and concentrating on the area, you all watch as a dome kind of begins to appear from the surroundings and grow up into a 10-foot radius dome, 20 feet diameter, just filling the area until it finally just kind of settles and stops growing. Can fit 9 of you. Cool.
Unless one of you is large, in which case you can't come in.
Yeah. So wait, is that everywhere? How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I always forget.
9 with the cat. Cinna, yes.
So the from the outside you're looking at it, and the dome is an opaque, it's just a clear kind of crystal right now as it's kind of surrounded you guys. Do you want to make it dimly lit or dark, or do you want to just leave it to be clear right now?
Yeah, I could. Well, the interior. So I turn the lights on, and go inside, and it's very warm in there, which is comfortable. It's comfortable and dry, regardless of the snow outside, which is really all that I did this morning. And then I start ritual casting. Find familiar, which it takes an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep, and mark those materials off of your sheet as you throw these herbs and incense into the cauldron and begin pouring it around and stirring it around. After about an hour of just kind of concentrating and shouting at others for trying to disturb you, Hedwig comes up and you grab her and just gently, very gently dip her into the cauldron and hold her down there for a moment. There's no struggle, but you hold her in for a moment. She comes out, and you're now holding a snake in your hand.
That is very cool that you can do that.
And Hedwig just kind of like slithers between my fingers, and I'm like, isn't she pretty?
This beautiful little bright green garter snake, poisonous snake. She's got little yellow bands wrapped around her.
Cute.
That was pretty cool. Can we do Cinna next?
I am not going to be the one to try and get the cat wet.
All right. So, as he was casting that, did anyone want to do anything else?
Not really.
My infernal book.
Okay. So, you'd say you get another 3 hours in for the night?
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome, because that's an hour of him casting that, and then you could take 2 of the 8 hours while you're long resting to read through that. All right. You all slowly but surely begin to nod off as the dark surrounds you. You could see the stars from inside the hut, just it's completely transparent. And very slowly you fade into sleep. In the morning, you all awaken, one by one, to see that most of the snow around you that the hut has been built in now has pretty much melted. It's incredibly warm outside. You can feel it even in here. And there's a bright, clear sky, just a couple of clouds patching it, and the sun is shining as it's rising in the east. What do we do, guys?
Well, first I'm going to take a moment to meditate with Dylan's totem and change Beast Bond out for protection from poison, just in case.
Okay. As you do, and as you finish it up, you kind of hear from behind you, What is that?
Who is that? Koya?
Mm-hmm. You turn around and see Green Dragonborn. She's been up already at this point, and she's just been kind of. You didn't even notice that she was awake and up and about. She's just kind of hanging out up here.
A totem of my people. Yes. Belongs to my daughter.
Why doesn't she have it? Parting gift before Dad went on some brave adventure?
Something like that, yes.
Looks nice. And she kind of hops up off her stump and... Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Hops off her stump sounds more like hops off her high horse. Jeez.
She's not trying to be.
Is
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Is Varys going first then to talk with Kian, or how are we doing this?
Yes, we should probably decide how we are going to divide up. If everybody is going to go, it's probably not a good idea that we are all at the
Baptism?
well, to tell her that he would like to get baptized.
Yes.
That's probably a smart idea. Having somebody else go with him, though, to maybe have some of the information.
It's probably best for me to be the one in front of things, helping talk to people. I'm not very good at being sneaky, so it's better for me to chat with I think Varys and I together, we can, kind of be a little bit more better at talking to people rather than sneaking into a house. That is not my forte.
Sure. Since you can't have me there, yes, to talk to people, it is probably good if you are there. Normally, I know I'm very good at communicating.
Sometimes.
I do agree, though, Joe. That is a good point. If half the party splits off suddenly, they may get suspicious. So we should divide before.
Sometimes I make good decisions. Other times, not so much.
I would be happy to be in the stealth party.
As I am not very stealthy, I shall opt to go with Varys and Aldous.
That is good, because if something happens to Varys, I'm not good at the healing either. So. Varys, you're gonna be okay, man. Don't worry. If you drink poison, we bring you right back.
Are there
problem.
some the people that are going to do the sneaky part? Does anybody have like healing potions? Since both of our healers will be elsewhere.
I do have some
several myself.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I also can and I cast Good Berry and do the mistletoe. That's 10 health points right there. So.
Despite my size, I am moderately stealthy as well, so I could go with either party.
Pick.
Yeah. Come with us.
How are the numbers shaking out? Yeah.
I was going to say, what about the people that I have not heard from our dozers of what are...
Yeah, those are in Zopkius.
I have a feeling Doza is going to want to be not sneaking.
Yes, he is not the sneakiest, unless things have changed recently.
Also not sneaky, so won't be doing that.
So that would be Joe, Sinrig, Zane, and myself sneaking?
With Irakoria, I believe.
I also am able to cast a few spells to cure, but I'd prefer you don't use them all.
No, I completely understand.
I did pick up several potions before we left Delirious' shop.
Cool.
And it is decided. How will we communicate when it is safe to begin the sneaking?
Could you send Hedgewitch to tell us, or I could have Cinna go with you, and if the baptism is starting, she can run over, and that is our cue.
Yeah, because Hedgewitch is a snake now, not real fast.
Sure.
And I believe Hedgewitch is now going to have to...
if you're within 120
right?
feet of me, I can message you.
You need to have line of sight for message. Just so you know.
Father Demetrius, how does your
No, you don't.
Yeah, because you need to point. So you need to
Yeah,
be
you
able.
don't.
You need to be able to
can't-
know where you're pointing at. You need to point
Yeah.
directly at them.
But you don't need line of sight though.
Sure, but you need to know where you're pointing. Because,
How
if
does-
you point at someone, if you're trying to point at someone else and you end up pointing at Keon, the message will still send.
We could also do something a little more straightforward, like prestidigitation into the air to create a light or something.
That's subtle.
I mean, just bullshit that you're excited about the baptism. They've
I'm not.
agreed to the baptism. Huzzah! And make a firework go off.
I'm
I don't
super
know.
bad at lying, but we'll give it a shot.
Again, Cinna can go with you and come tell us. This is
That is
probably
also
good.
perfect.
Yeah, I just
That is
fireworks.
the best.
wouldn't how does that work? Would she know ahead of time? I do not know how your bond with her works. Would you
Well,
have to give her a direction ahead of time? Because I know I cannot speak to Cinna, and I don't know that the others that would be with her would be able to speak to her. How does that work?
Well, my thought was more she sticks with the non-stealthy party, and when the baptism starts, she comes to us. So that way we know it is happening. And then I can cast Speak with Wounds if I need to for a message with her. Or Speak with Animals.
Actually, hang on. I might be able to talk to her.
She's a
okay.
sentient drone.
Let me.
Don't know
She-
when it's happening.
Okay, that's sorry. That was more game mechanics. I already knew that, Sinrig. I was
Ah,
asking more if she could understand
Oh, yes.
that sort of thing.
I can speak
is good.
telepathically to any creature I can see within 70 feet of me. I don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand.
So,
There you
just
go,
smart
yes.
enough, you could, yeah.
Dope. Oh, sorry. Very, very cool. Interesting. I do not know what vernacular would be appropriate to use.
Hell yeah!
I can speak with her and tell her to go to the other group once the time is right.
So the rest of us could wait at the tavern, maybe? So we're within town, or should we wait outside of the town altogether?
Probably. Irakuria, what would you prefer?
I'm not really sure how this is all going to play out. I can help you try and get what needs to be got, because I am interested in getting one myself. But as for calling the shots, I'm going to leave that up to you.
No, I did not mean calling the shots. I just did not know if you said you were concerned about wanting to trade with these people afterwards.
I will not show my face if you are heading into town first. We'll put it that way.
So outside
Then
of
we'll
town.
wait outside the city, yeah.
Yes, I think that is fine.
Perhaps we come up with a lie that the rest of the party was not happy with Varys wanting to be baptized and chose not to join us.
I mean, not a super lie. I'm not exactly thrilled about the idea, but
Well, to explain why all of our party that met with them last night are not here now.
Aldous,
Lest
you
they grow
probably want
suspicious.
to, Aldous, you should probably be the one to say that, though, right? You are very good with the.
lying.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell them whatever. What do you want me to say?
Exactly what Father Demetrius just said. If they ask where the rest of us are,
Oh yeah.
yes.
If they ask.
Yeah, I'll tell them you move on. You know, you went somewhere else.
No, that is not what he said. Were you listening?
No, not at all.
Okay, that is why I wanted to make sure. He said, Father, could you explain again to us?
I am
this
looking
one
at
more time?"
my spell book to try to see if there's anything I can do to help us. I apologize.
If the people in this town are suspicious as to why not all of our party are with us to witness Varys' baptism, you simply tell a little white lie about they having objections to Varys' getting baptized and they chose not to be present.
That's fine. Yeah, that is a good one.
All right.
If they do not
Writing
ask,
it-
we do
I'm
not
writing it down
know.
because I'm not forgetting it.
So are we ready to go? All right.
I'm ready.
Yes.
So remind me one more time. Who? It's Varys. Demetrius, Aldous. Anyone else going into town?
Cinna.
Cinna.
And then Zook and Dozer, right? Because we're not sneaky.
Zook and Dozer. All right. And the rest of you are staying behind with Iricoria, just kind of on the outskirts of town. Got it. All right. You all take the horses, leaving the horses.
Leaving? Yeah.
Those going into town should probably take their horses. Or the wagon. Quick getaway.
I just need a quick decision. Someone decide.
I don't think so, because if we leave them here, we have at least a rendezvous point in case things go south. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the horse here.
Leaving the
Alright.
horses.
You leave your horses at Iricoria's as they've kind of begun to
Wait, but they might be suspicious. If we
dig
leave the
through, and they are. You've already decided. You're digging through, eating the grass, leaving them behind. You all walk back to town. It's much easier to walk now, though the ground is incredibly muddy. As the snow has continued to melt through, the ground has begun to thaw around all of you. Unseasonably warm for this kind of for this time of year, which only means there's a very cold, cold snap around the bend. But along the way, you travel into town. A few of you, Grimald, Zane, Iricoria, Joe, you and Sinrig, you guys stop on the outskirts, just kind of hanging out, waiting. The rest of you walk back into town to Kian's hut at the edge of the lake. When you arrive, you see she is outside, working with the meat that you guys had brought. And she sees you approaching. She looks up and she throws her knife down. Well, people I did not think I'd see back so soon.
Why not?
You weren't exactly sold. But now is the part where you tell me why you're here.
I actually have changed my mind and decided I would like to be baptized.
Roll a deception check, please.
Is very concerned with the
No.
way things are. Okay.
You gotta do it before I call it, but sorry.
22.
Hey, I don't know about you.
Alright. 22? She looks at you and she goes, and your friends?
They're just here for some moral support as
Yeah,
I
I'm
go
here
through with this.
Support him.
If you're supporting him, you should join him. Mershulk would be ecstatic at the influx of new members.
Perhaps they're waiting to see how good I have it, and then they would join.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary, a little cold feet.
Gotcha. And she takes the meat and she's just chopping it as she's going. Well, I'm afraid they can't stay for your eventual baptism, but they can wait while you are preparing, of course. After that, they will have to leave town.
I disagree. I think that they can stay for the baptism.
Yeah, I
And
think
they not only can they, but I think they should.
You were saying something, Aldous?
I think it is the best way to convince, I think, a little on defense, I want to see what happens.
Roll a persuasion check. You can have advantage. The DC is high.
Who is that? Mirror.
Vars.
Got it.
Oh, fuck. I forgot I'm really good at persuasion. That is going to be 22. Again, I don't know about you.
I hear your point, and while I do understand that seeing it may make them more perceptive to it, I must insist we have very strict traditions that are laid down by Mershulk himself, and no outsiders may be in town during our baptisms.
If you insist.
understand that by swearing your oath to Mershulk and by being baptized through his own flames, you will, at the end of the day, you'll be able to convince them yourself. They will not need to see to believe.
Flames?
Well, we could begin the event in next week if you're staying in town.
Why the wait?
It just takes time to prepare. We could move things up, of course.
He's just so excited.
Wait, Zuki, are you even there?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay.
We could move things up if you were to have a donation for Mershulk.
What kind of donation are you looking for?
Mershulk needs money to keep his temple and people happy.
And how much money does Mershulk need to keep his temple and people happy?
It has been a while. The Age of Anguish has been hard for everyone. 500 gold would cover everything to move things up fairly quickly. I could ensure my people could get all the supplies as fast as possible.
You said 500?
Yes.
What about 300?
I was, yeah.
Maybe two new members.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said, what about 302 new members?
Yeah, I think that's a good compromise. Who's the other member?
Well, I was going to do it with you, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 302 new members.
300 each.
No, 300 flat.
No.
What do you think, we're made of gold?
We need...
Good lord.
We do need materials per person.
Okay, then never mind. One person, 500. That's fine.
Roll persuasion check there, Aldous.
Fuck. Technically,
okay,
he gets advantage because I was helping him.
No.
Don't even need it. 27. That's a crit, baby.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Totally
She looks at you and she's like,
Yee.
I can cut a few corners. Fine. 300. And we can do it Wednesday.
What is today?
In 2 days. Sorry.
Okay.
There are no days of the week. I don't know why I said Wednesday. We can do it in 2 days.
So exciting. All of it's so exciting.
That sounds good. I'm gonna, I guess, just give her 15 flat.
She'll accept it happily, and then she looks over to you, Varus.
I'm going to give her 15... Wait, hang on. How much gold did we agree on? 300 per person?
No.
300 flat.
Okay, and how much did you give her?
150 gold.
Okay, thank you. I give her 150 gold as well.
She takes it and... Thank you for your donation, and Mershulk is welcoming you into his church. You could stay in town, or you could come back in 2 days, but we need time to gather the materials.
I think we stay here. We stay in town, right?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds...
At least me and you. You know, you guys don't have
great.
to. I like the support. I appreciate you guys.
Is there a place we could stay in town?
Yeah.
If you're
I think
being
it's good
baptized, the inn will be more than happy to... The tavern would be more than happy to accommodate you.
On the house?
Of course.
Does that include free drinks and food?
Certainly, dear.
Oh, great. I'm just... All right.
It's the all-inclusive package.
At least a continental breakfast?
From the bounty of Mershulk, of course.
Do we get to
They got
stay
the
at
Serpent Plus.
Serpent Plus? Do we get to stay at Cinderella's castle?
No, it's Mershulk's Island.
Oh, Mershulk's Island. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, they did pay extra for the fast pass.
So, Senna is looking around at this point, like, really confused as to what's happening, because this already seems to be a little going off the rails a bit.
I look at her and I say, Tell Sinrig there's been a change of plans. We have to wait 2 days for Varys to be baptized.
She's already gone, slinking away quickly but unnoticeably. Over back to Sinrig, who
She's got good stealth.
you guys are pretty close by, right? She doesn't take long for her to get up to you. You get to her. She doesn't have a language per se, but in communicating with her, you get the understanding that there's a change of plans, and it's going to take multiple days at this point. 2 days. I guess she can understand numbers. She's smart enough.
Yeah, I communicate that to everyone. Something happened. I guess we have to wait a couple days. I don't know if that means they are staying in the town, or if we should go back to Okayest for now.
This is already going off the rails.
We're pretty good at improvisation, though. We're all alive.
Yes, and
You're welcome.
Erakoria, don't think of it as it's going off the rails already. It's just that we have more time to plan.
Sure. So let's go come up with a good one. And she walks back to her place at this point. She's realized there's no point in staying there.
She didn't like our plan.
Yeah.
Okay, Sinrig, I have a question, and I'm not sure if it's offensive. You can talk to animals, right?
Yes.
Could you gain intel by talking to those animals? Now that we have time.
I believe I could do something like that. Yeah, I mean, I could speak with them, so if they scout for me, I'm sure this makes sense. Yes, perhaps.
You can find something.
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
lit though.
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah. Should I do that now? What would you like me to find out?
I have no set questions. Just Mershok's schedule?
Well, he wakes up at 6:45 sharp, and then he exercises for about 2.5 hours.
Death. Lunch, death. Afternoon tea, death. Quick shower.
You forgot about the being worship portion of the
He has his regular PM BMs and his AM BMs. Daddies.
Just any information on Mershok's regular movements, areas of the island that the serpent stays to. Anything that could be of advantage, really, or anything could be of advantage to us.
Okay. Well, let's start with this. Well then, okay.
So,
Let's see.
I'm reading your trait, and you can communicate with animals, but you cannot understand them.
Yes, but I can cast speak with go to if under my notes as part of the UA.
Oh,
Ranger
okay,
thing.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I know
Just wanted
you
to know for sure.
I was to say,
For
I know you've
sure.
cast Speak with Animals before,
Okay.
which is
Yeah,
why
I see here.
Grimald was like,
Mhm.
I know you've talked to animals, but can we use that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll start with I'll take a bit of fur out of a pouch, and I lay it down, and I kind of make a little bit of a carving symbol in the snow, and I cast locate animals to see what's around. Specifically, I guess a bird of some kind, an owl maybe,
Okay.
within 5. I guess the closest creature of that kind within 5 miles.
Within 5 miles.
I guess that's kind of a big
You
distance.
get the understanding that there is one nearby, and you guys are close to Keon's house, right? That's where it was.
Well, we were outside the town. but-
Just outside the town though, but you were close enough to like get to
Yeah.
her house quickly, right?
Yeah, that was, we were on the outskirts of
Okay.
town with the shortest
So, yeah, you look around, and you get your sense pulled toward a tree not too far from you, like just 20, 30 feet up off. And there's definitely something in there.
Then I will walk towards said tree.
You approach it.
And then is there an owl or a bird or something?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, let me use this. Okay. 21.
21. Looking up in the tree, looking past the pine cones and such, you see a couple sparrows just kind of hopping around, tweeting at each other, screaming at each other. They're paying you no attention.
I wave my hand over the tree and say "Siria," and cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. You cast it, and nothing seems to change at the moment until suddenly you hear, "No, I'm going to build my nest here. No, I'm building my nest here. No, I'm building my nest here. It's right here. I'm doing it right here." And it's hopping in a certain spot. He goes, "No, I'm going to do it right over here." And he's like, "No, you can't. I'm building mine here. No, I'm building mine over here." And it's just back and forth.
Okay.
Friends, hello. How are you?
Did he just talk?
Yes, I talked.
I'm going to go talk to him. No, I'm going to go talk to him. No, I already said.
I would like to speak with all of you if you have time.
They fly down to the lowest branch and they're like, "Yes?"
What do you know of the serpent that lives on the lake eye?
Ooh. He wants to know about big thing. Don't go there. Don't go island.
Do you go there at all? Do you know other birds, perhaps, or creatures that live there?
No, don't go.
Oh.
They said don't go. We don't go.
Who said don't go?
Other birds.
Well, you how many are there? Three
There's
of them?
two of them.
Oh, two of them. You two look like very brave birds. Maybe I could help you settle your nest dispute in exchange for a favor.
Are you brave? No. Are you brave? No.
What if food is involved?
Food?
Food.
What do you want?
I was wondering if you could keep a lookout for me over the island and keep track of what the serpent does.
Roll persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'm so good at this. Okay. It's a 14.
Big snake there. Predator.
But you are fast and can fly. He could not catch you.
It's very.
Also, you are not a good meal for him.
It's very big, though.
Very big, which means it would need big things for a meal. Yes, you are but small birds. You could fly away easily.
For what?
Food. I could give you enough food to last you a few, well, probably weeks, honestly. I have lots of rations. I don't know. I could also maybe help you set up your nests in safe trees.
When?
If you could stay there for a day and come back, I can find you and communicate with you again after you give me as much as you can of his day.
Fine. One day.
One day? Okay. For now, how about I give you each one of these very nice berries?
They just kind of fly down onto your hands and just take it and just bird swallow it. I'm like, okay.
If they're damaged, they heal 1 hit point each.
If they have been damaged by 1 hit point, they're dead.
Well then.
They are sparrows.
Got it.
We should find more messengers.
In 1 day's time, can you come back to this tree and I will find you, yes?
Yes.
Thank you so much, good friends.
Very good. And they...
Sparrows aren't smart. I don't know if this will work. But they'll be back in a day and we will find out.
All right. Anything else? What about
come back?
Moving back to the town? What are the rest of you guys in town up to right now?
I figure we're gonna head over, I don't know, to the corner of the tavern.
Okay. There's that little den area that you guys were in before. If you remember, the tavern is like a little house bar, basically. So this little den area you guys come into and sit down at. Waiter comes through and gets your drink orders. Is there anything you guys want to do, or are we just gonna kill time for 2 days?
I just want to chat with my peeps for a second.
Go ahead.
Sorry, that was, kind of a audible,
Yeah, sometimes that's what you've got to do in situations like this. I still think it's best if at least one of us, in this case, two of us, go through with this, because we've got to know, and if it can give us an advantage, then we need it. Plus, we're gonna, and I say in a really good whisper, we're about to kill their deity, so this cult isn't long for the road, So apparently we can do this and potentially won't have to worry about it later.
It is a tricky situation. Since we don't know exactly what will happen, if we have more of us doing this baptism and it's harmful, we'll be out more members of our party for the battle to come.
Wait, Zane, aren't you outside of town with us?
I thought we all
No, yeah, Zane, you're not
met
there.
up.
You're not there. Sorry, bud.
I thought we all met up already.
No,
Nope.
because we don't want to raise suspicion by going back into town to then leave again.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I feel like we can afford to wait 2 days as long as Hedgewitch can keep an eye on Kian.
Yes, this will be a good time for the recon. Otherwise, what do you think? Maybe we ask some of these people what their baptism was like,
It's actually a really good idea. Would you like to start with the bar?
Because we're so excited,
Yeah.
Okay, Hedgewitch, you go not talk to. You go, oh shit. As a matter of fact, no talking to the lady, because a thought just crossed my mind that she probably speaks your language. You go follow quietly from afar, but within listening distance, you get it. The nice snake lady.
Yes, best to stay out of sight.
I don't think Ben's the leprechaun from the movies Leprechaun. He's going to analyze every command you give like a wish.
Is he not? Does he not?
I mean, track record
We're not
shows.
casting wish, am I right?
She's just like, hiss, and then goes away. Slithers
Rude.
down your arm and out the door.
Be safe, my baby.
And outside you hear, snakes!
Ooh, a big one!
I'd like to head over to the bar then if Varys would like to accompany me.
All right.
If you can find somebody else there.
Okay.
Zuka's gonna start working on a cantrip level spell scroll. It takes 1 day. It costs 15 gold pieces.
Go ahead. That's fine. I trust you. Ugh, excuse me. Go ahead and so Zook will. Are you just gonna do it there in the tavern?
Yeah, it's not like a sequence. It's not a sequence.
It doesn't take too long too. I think so. All right. So you, Aldous and Varus, you guys head up to the bar. In the back of the room, in the back of the house, basically, just a small little room with a couple stools around a little bar, and a couple like standing tables. There's a human, older male there. You just kind of clean it up as you guys walk up. You just need something else.
Is it just the bartender in there, or is there something
It's
else?
just him. It's like 9 a.m. So
So
it's just after breakfast. Everyone's gone for work. There's really nothing. Everyone's gone to do what they need to do for the day. There's really no one hanging out in here.
All right, suppose we'll start with the barkeep.
He
Yeah.
has acknowledged you. What would you like to say to him?
Well, we were curious, so we are here to join, the word of Mershal, and we are just, very curious about what happens, because I'm excited. I want to know this, what happens in the baptism.
I was the same as you. Very excited, very nervous. I would tell you what they once told me when I asked. You will truly become the serpent and shed your old self to make way for a new one.
Oh, this is such a mistake.
And the antidote tastes gross, so be very careful with that. Don't throw it up. It's expensive. I've seen people do it, and Keon does not like it.
Well, yeah, then she'd have to probably go get more, like, from her house or something, right?
Yes, she makes it all herself. She is very talented.
Wow. She makes it. Wow. Varys, you know a little like alchemy, you know, right?
Some things, yes, I do know.
What kind of herbs? You know any kind of herb? What kind of herbs does she use?
I
Do you know? Point at the bartender guy.
I do not. It is none of my business. All I know is that it protects me from the illness, and in return, Marshall keeps us safe.
What? You speak of an illness. What illness?
The illness that the antidote protects. Marshall is powerful, and his aura, if he is near, could cause us to become ill. Because we are merely lowly servants to him.
You almost said serpents.
Shut up. We are merely lowly servants to him. And he is the truly great god. So our bodies cannot handle just being even close to him.
Wow.
So we need supplement. This is another word for it someone once used. Vaccine.
Maybe a vaccine. Okay.
Those don't work.
He's joking. Don't unsubscribe.
But his Zook?
What other changes did you notice? Like, or do you feel more powerful, or like?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
I feel that I am loved and saved from Mershulk.
Were there any specific changes, mentally or physically, that you noticed? Well, I shouldn't say mentally. How about physically, that you noticed post-baptism?
It hurt for some time, of course, but I got over it. And after that, yes, I do feel stronger. I feel better because I was able to fight through the pain.
See, well,
Yep.
Anything else?
yes, I would like a bit of breakfast.
Sure, of course. I'll get something together for you. So you're being baptized then, which means it is on the house. Very excited
great.
for you.
Great. Sounds fantastic. Do you have any fish?
Yes, I have some fish. I'd be happy to
Great.
cook some up.
Awesome.
And he heads in the back.
I'm gonna give Varys the stink eye for eating fish, and then I'm gonna.
Why? What is that about?
I just want to like do a general like look at the guy and see if he's changed any physically. Like I just want to be like, do I notice anything about him that's different? That's like different from a regular human?
Does he have legs?
Roll a perception check.
Or is it just like a snake down there?
You've been talking to a snake this whole time.
It's tough to say, honestly. He seems fine. He seems like a normal human. You don't know what he looked like beforehand, but, you know, he seems normal now.
Cool.
He's a human. Tall, strong, sturdy build. He's got a beard. Seems like a happy guy. Bushy eyebrows. Short brown hair. Normal person. 2 legs, 2 arms.
Does he have any like weird mannerisms? Like, does he do that tongue thing?
Not that you've seen.
Don't do that. Don't bang.
I mean, you don't know. Like, you guys are prejudging. It could just be, like, an exfoliating treatment. You know, shedding skin could just be a metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and that pain that he's talking about is all just psychological. It's not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like a Brazilian.
Yeah, like we feel that pain.
All right,
We
all
feel
right.
that pain in our chests.
In character, guys. So, do you guys want to do anything else, or are you gonna eat your breakfast and head out,
I mean, I think.
or hang out? I mean,
Yeah. I don't have anything else to talk about.
okay. Then
Actually,
we'll
try to go talk to somebody else, but
you
Yeah,
can.
I don't eat, so.
So I'm gonna head back to everyone else who's outside town right now. Are you guys still hanging out on the outskirts? You heading back to your Okayest? What are you up to?
Well, it seems 2 whole days. I do not know. I feel like we need to get back together with our party and discuss, because this is not at all what we had originally planned, and seems we may have to come up with a different one.
Sure.
I mean, there's a slight delay. I
We
do
should at
think
least
that
touch base, yeah.
talking to them is a good idea, though.
Yes, because didn't Tina say plans had changed? And I feel like it is safe to assume that it's not just the timeline that is different, but maybe something happened when they talked with Keon that has changed things significantly, that Cinna was not able to communicate.
That is a very good point. We should not have gained nearly as much information from Cinna. Let us go gain the rest of that.
Okay.
At least one of us.
I think we should all maybe just head in.
Yeah, if you guys want to, I need to build some nests really quick. But I mean, that's all I have for today. So.
Okay. I did not know that you nested.
No, it's for the birds. It's for the sparrows. They're such kind little birds. I want to help build them a little nests. Actually, this works. I could go into town because I need to find some, strings and maybe some paper for the lining of the nest. The rest I could just get outside.
Are sparrows? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I do not know a lot about animals, but don't they make their own nests?
Oh yes, but I'm going to help them. Just get the materials at least for them, and get a little nice starter nest. Find some good trees with some good. They usually nest in holes within the trees. Find some good spots for them. Yeah. Okay. Moving's hard, It's.
Yeah.
You're helping them
You
move.
start walking.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, we're trying to go to another plane to break your attunement to a hell dagger. So him building some nests for birds might be the least weird thing we've done.
We're joining a cult. Guys.
So all of you are heading into town.
Jake joins a cult.
Yeah, we're gonna go into town
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Cindery to get some trash.
All right.
Yes. Just
You
gonna
all-
raccoon through everyone's shit.
You all walk in. Iracoria has pieced out at this point. She went back to her stump. You all head back into town, walking past people as they see you coming in, and they're all smiling. They're pleasant. They're happy. You notice Keon from afar. She's outside chopping this meat, and she just kind of looks up over at you and just kind of glares at you. Where are you guys going?
Why is she mad at us? I don't remember did we do something wrong?
She's not like angrily glaring. She's like suspiciously glaring.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that
Hello,
we did...
Keon. How are you? Do you have 2 robes on today again?
She's
I'm just continuing.
big ass cloak on her.
What's under it though? I had 2 cloaks.
She chops the meat again. She goes. She leaves the knife in the table and she starts walking over to you.
Oh my god.
I am
if
so
you-
glad you all remembered why we split the party.
If you properly line 1 cloak, you don't need 2.
Why are you here? Did one of you change your minds?
I
personally have a past with religious practices, so I do not support this, though I would like to talk to my compatriots because they have been gone for a while, and I simply want to check in. Could you tell me where they are right now?
Your compatriots are resting in preparation for their event in 2 days, and you are not welcome to it.
I'm just looking for trash. Do you have some?
Okay, well, hold on, Sinri, now. That is fine. I totally understand. We are not allowed to attend. We just really quickly want to check on them, and then I am happy to leave again.
Some string or some paper?
See that you do, girl. They're in the tavern. Hurry, chop, chop. And as for you, you could go to the general store. They should have something for you.
Hate when people say chop chop.
Especially when they're holding a cleaver in their hand, aren't they?
She left it in the table.
It is ominously stuck in a table like 5 feet from her, so.
You guys keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the tavern.
All right.
Yeah, tavern.
And Sinrig makes his way to the general store.
I'll go into the tavern.
Oh, okay.
First with
Okay.
everyone.
All right. All of you make your way to the tavern, piling into the very small room as you see Varus eating some fish for breakfast while everyone else is kind of hanging around. You all see them come in, piling into the door. What do we do?
I telepathically say to Grimhold, "What are you doing here? Did you forget about the plan? The whole reason we split the party in the first place?"
Wait.
You can respond.
Okay, I can respond. Okay, I was like, crap, I can't remember. I'll say, we were told the plan changed, but we don't know the specifics of the change.
And you didn't think to send Cinna back for more information? What if they have asked where you were, and we were like, oh, they are upset and are not coming? What then?
That still checks out, actually.
I did tell that I am not a fan of this, but am staying outside of town. So our cover is not blown.
That you know of.
Hello, hey, you cannot come in here and like try to convince us not to do this, okay? It's not gonna happen.
I'm just gonna hold up like a finger to all this and to communicate. I'm sorry, that's so rude.
It's okay.
But Grimald's like in the middle of a conversation in his mind, so he's like, "Excuse me." He's going to keep going with the mental. So, what's the new plan? Because there's no point in, questioning it now. Give us the information, and we'll be on our way.
Are you gonna walk in here, hold your head like
Is he
this?
still doing that telepathically?
I know.
Yes.
Oh.
You're gonna walk in here, hold your head like this, and point your finger at me. I'm trying to talk to you, and you're just standing here looking down at the ground, huh?
Aldous. They simply needed 2 days to prepare for the ceremony. That's it. Nothing has changed.
Well, then what's the new signal?
Oh, more customers. Hello, can I get you something to drink?
Your finest trash, please.
Trash?
That's our specialties. That's not a drink.
I am confused.
It's for the birds. Yes.
What, like twigs?
No, I can get twigs. Why would I come to you for twigs?
What do you want then? I do not know.
Just little of this, little of that. You know what I mean. Get the good stuff from the back.
The good stuff is alcohol. I do not know what specifically you want.
Just things that you would put in a nest. Do you have some yarn or some?
I have some butcher's twine.
Yeah, that would work. That's very good.
Sure.
You have leftover papers or
Sure.
coasters that are ruined. You know, sometimes people just like pick at them when they're sitting at the bar.
Roll a
Sinric,
persuasion check here.
Sinric, do birds drink? Maybe we should bring some back.
No, but I do. I'll have a drink again.
It's 9 a.m. Are you sure?
I guess. Yeah. 13 for the persuasion. Yeah, that's fine.
I will go see what I have in back. I'll be back. And he walks in the back, giving you guys a few more minutes of privacy.
Yeah, no need to go to the general store anymore either. Save the trip.
I just wanted to mention out of character, Tyler, that thing about the coasters is so observant. Like, no coaster is safe from my fingertips. Like,
I was gonna say the stickers on the beer bottles, but they probably don't have those.
I mean, do they have coasters? I feel like they're not as concerned about fantasy varnish.
I'm assuming this time is being spent with you all just staring quietly into space while he's searching, so...
I am
oh
just
my God,
fucking
I can't
baffled.
say anything.
No.
Okay, so,
Stay in character.
Okay.
yeah,
Wait,
first-
so we're alone now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to. So seriously though, like, what's the new plan? We need a new signal.
You could have just sent Cinna back. I do not understand why you decided to come and possibly ruin the plan. That was stupid.
We can only transfer so much information with Cinna.
I mean, I do not know. I guess I don't know this information, so I can't talk about it. But
Yeah,
like,
this is all in your heads, right?
yeah.
Well, no, this is out loud now because
Quietly, probably.
yeah, we're not like shouting about it
Look,
necessarily.
Cinna can stay with you now, but it's hard for her to transfer a number of days. How many days do you need? 2, 3, a week? I don't know. So, we figure we come in, we talk to you, we figure out how long we should be waiting for. Are you all going to be in part of the baptism? Do you need somewhere to wait or hide? We don't know everything.
We do. I do. So, like, I guess the biggest change is that the people who are gonna wait and watch the ceremony cannot do that. So, you guys kind of have to try to sneak in with the other guys.
Why can they not be at the ceremony?
Oh, we're not supposed to have anybody but me and Varys, because we're the only ones getting baptized now.
Wait, you are getting baptized now?
Yeah, because the plan changed. Okay, I had to make something work.
Yeah, Cinna didn't tell us that one, so.
No, well, they would not.
Only Varys was getting baptized.
No, I offered. That's why I said she wanted 500. So she wanted.
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, we don't know exactly what this entails.
I don't think any of this is a good idea, but I think it's necessary. They basically said, otherwise it would have been Varys by himself inside trying to do this. I figure with me and him together at least, if something happens, we can watch each other's back. And I'm going to be whispering and keeping an eye out for the bartender, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the bartender comes in, we should just start yelling at you guys about how stupid you are for doing this, yes?
It's fine. Go ahead, do it. That's fine. What I'm trying to say though is the people who are going to watch us. That is Father Demetrius, Zook, Doser. You cannot just be in here anymore. So basically, we don't need Cinna to come back and forth again because she will leave before the ceremony. You go get everybody else. You all sneak into the place, and you find what you have to find while we are in the middle of, I think, getting our skin flayed and burned off. Something. I don't know.
Okay.
What
that
did you
sounds
learn
horrifying.
What did you learn from the bartender?
All he said, I'll tell you what they told me before. I will truly become the serpent and shed our skin. And that the antidote tastes bad. And the baptism is painful. But,
he did say that she makes the antidote herself.
yes, which is good because now we know that it's going to be where she's at.
Okay, so she is planning on making it for just you two. And presumably she needs time to make it. And she's only making enough for the two of you.
At this point, you see the bartender coming back.
You idiots! Why would you do such a stupid thing? And I flip
Because
the table.
he has a handful of like garbage in his hand, and then he's like, "What the fuck?"
Look,
Take that
Varys
trash
is
and
his
leave.
own man. He can do with what he pleases.
Yeah, he's the guy. You know, we're gonna decide for ourselves.
Sinrig, it is useless.
All right,
It is useless.
you need to go right now. You need to go.
I'll take my garbage first,
You
please.
will not go.
This is a business transaction. And I slam some gold on the counter.
How
I
much?
thought you were gonna slam some rock.
How
I
much?
don't know, a couple, like 2 gold. I don't know.
2 gold.
It's trash.
He looks at it. He's just like, "Fine," and throws it on the ground. He goes, "Then leave."
This
Takes
is a
the
business
gold.
transaction, and I throw some rocks on the counter.
He's
I grab the trash and go.
He's like, "Seriously, get out! You're all being way too loud."
That
Go.
include me?
No, of course not. You're
Oh,
good.
good. I would like another fish, please.
Sure. Go. Are you guys leaving? Or?
Yeah.
I'll have Cinna stay behind though, because I'm not sure what we're doing with her yet. So I'll just leave her
And
behind with you guys.
I would like a fish for the cat as well.
Sinreg, Joe, Grimald, and Zane, you guys all exit the building. And so the tavern keeper there's, and a fish for the cat.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
need to charge the cat.
I suppose you would charge me.
Fine.
It's a cat, and
a
the cat
fish
technically
for
cannot pay you
a
because it
fish.
is in fact a cat.
I did not
Meow.
realize it was your cat. A fish for the cat. Fine. And he walks him back once again.
I just look at was it Senna? I just go.
She nods. I don't know if she can wink.
She'll like nuzzle your leg as that happens. Okay. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to do for the rest of the day?
I think we
We're
should
gonna
check
build a nest.
on the snake.
You should check on the snake. That's up to Zook.
Well, I'm gonna tell Zook.
Fine.
She's definitely within 100 feet. It's a small town. 100 feet. No, I'd say
Jan
she's
is just a small town girl.
she's out of range right now, so you can't see through her eyes. What is the telepathy range on her though?
I think it was 100 feet, isn't it? Whoa.
You can see and hear. Oh yeah, and communicate telepathically within 100 feet. So, okay. So yeah, she's not within range at the moment. You would need to go.
I would have to get up and I would have to go do a lap near the priestess's house, and I don't want to right now. I'm busy.
Okay, that's fine. Just maybe before bed. Because if she's making it now, we need to know.
Then please take a cat. You need to know when it's done, right?
Well, yes, but I mean, if she finishes the day before and I don't have to go through this skin shedding thing, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely check before tomorrow, but I want to finish this while I have a chance, so we have a plan B.
Yeah, that is fine. I know what you're doing. That's good. All right, that's all. I'm good.
Do you think they perhaps have a chapel or church of some kind that would perhaps shed some light on Mershulk? Again, we do not know very much about what we are going up against. Oh shit! I was speaking telepathically. Sorry. I'll say this out loud. Do you think that perhaps they have?
So, like, I don't know, because it seems maybe the island is the chapel, but like, I don't know if they have like literature. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I am suggesting we gain more information if we can.
Yeah, I like that idea.
We do not know very much about what we are up against. And that has led to very poor results in the past.
I asked this guy, but he wouldn't tell me so.
Did you ask about a church or
No,
chapel?
not yet. Wait for him to come back, and I'll ask
Is he not back?
He's around. We're just assuming this is later in the day, so.
What about like where do you go to worship, Mersha?
Oh, we go to the lake.
Oh, the lake. There's is there like a Bible of worship or?
There's no Bible, simply the teachings that that Keon and the other Malison priests teach.
Oh, so they know, they talk to him and they talk to you. Us.
Yes. Keon actually learns from a higher Malison priest.
Oh, really? Who is that?
You will meet him in time.
You can tell me anything. Come on, man.
He prefers his privacy and his mystery, right? He does not live here.
He's a level 7 Laser Lotus, alright? You are but an initiate. You have to become a level 4 Laser Lotus before you can associate with him.
Wow, so there's one more, and does he have like writings or teachings? I just want to like brush up, in case there's a quiz.
I'm not sure. He has never come with any.
Okay.
And then he'll walk
I
away.
assume you heard that, Father Demetrius.
Yeah.
So look at you and be like,
I guess we will go in unprepared as usual.
and it seems there are people ahead of Kian too, which is interesting to me.
Zook?
I wonder who doesn't live here. How far does these-
Yep.
Go ahead. Sorry. Well, I'm running out. I'll just finish.
I'm wondering how far these Mershak's work spreads.
You think he may be from another town or simply lives outside the town?
That I don't know.
So, Zook, can I get Hedgewood to roll a stealth check for me, please?
Yep. 20. Oh, you suck. That would be an 8.
Great. Thank you.
But she's just a snake.
What?
She may have been spotted, but she's just a snake.
Yeah. You're
Snakes
fine.
are everywhere.
You feel her presence still. I'll let you know if something ever disconnects. You'd know if she's killed.
Good.
All right. Continue. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to talk about? Anything to do? Otherwise, I'll go back and check with the other group, and then if they're good, we'll move on a day. All right. So meanwhile, the rest of you who are out of town, Sinrig, Grimold, Zane, and Joe, what are you guys doing?
I feel like I'm helping Sinrig build these nests and asking a lot of questions.
So hanging out, just chilling.
So we sent 2 small birds in to get information about a giant predatory snake.
Yes.
So can these nests be used to bribe other birds if those 2 don't come back?
This is possible, but I think they'll be fine. I mean, snakes, they usually eat once every couple days, so they don't need to eat that often, especially a big meal like a boar and a human. They should be digesting that for a while. But also, a little bird is not a meal, right? It's like
I'm learning so much about animals. This is nice.
More importantly, we do this because it helps the birds. It is good to have birds around. Yes, they are good creatures in the middle of winter, struggling to build a nest. It is good to help them. Yes.
So they are good characters? They bring something to this world?
Well, everything brings something to this world. Yes. Without birds, there would perhaps be too many insects around, or if there were too many birds, not enough insects, yes?
If there are too many insects, they eat all of the vegetation and the grass, and then there's nothing for the deer or for us to grow. Yes, everything affects everything, so it is good to help.
He's very wise, Sinrig. Okayest hanging out too.
Oh, Iracoria, good to have you back. Yes.
I figured you guys went back to her place. Am I mistaken in that?
Wherever the tree was, I'm sticking by where the tree was.
Okay,
at the
then
sparrows.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. I meant that you all went back, but it's all good. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
Cool. It's all good. I think with that. Oh, you got something, Joe?
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, if I'm just sitting around for 2 days, I'm literally useless until I'm sneaking in there. So I'm just gonna be meditating and brewing.
That's fine. It's all good to just take a chill for a minute. All right.
No.
With
Like at some point, I would shift over to help you with that brewing and just be like, "So making booze, that's a good thing, huh?" Like I'm just trying to like inject myself into everyone's thing, try to figure out what my new thing is. Fanaticism kind of died, so.
Side-eye Grimald. Well, first of all, it is not booze. This is ale, beer. It's not booze. That is different. That is much harsher, much stronger. This is lighter.
Oh, so this doesn't get people drunk and rowdy.
It does, but not as quickly or as harshly.
Oh, it's like a slower version of booze. I like this.
Oh, wait, Grimald, do you not know that there are different types of alcohol? I thought you were from one. I thought you knew of all of these things about life.
Okay, I guess I should actually double check with you, Ben.
You would know what beer is.
Well, I would know what.
I wasn't
like,
sure
the
if you were
process,
like. I wasn't sure.
Massive...
Yeah, like I mean,
I
you
was
would
pretty young when I got indoctrinated into the church.
You would still understand like basics of alcohol, like as much as a layman would know about like beer is not as strong as liquor, things like that.
I was thinking of it more as alcohol is bad, and I realized that that's not necessarily the take for Abrahamic religion.
No, I've often compared Abraham's religion to Roman Catholics, and the Roman Catholics love their wine, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even like heavy practitioners, it's not even like as an inquisitor, I would have been dissuaded from it.
Right.
So never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
I wasn't sure if you were like doing a Changnesia bit or what. Like I was
no, I was doing like as an inquisitor, I would have looked down on drinking, and I've done that for most of my life.
No, it's all good. No, it's a good thought, but yeah, no, I mean you could have still not drank. Like it's you.
But still, okay, So you just focus on ales and not harder liquors. What's the difference in creation?
Oh, I mean, there's a large difference in the creation of these, and particularly the materials and the components that you use in which you ferment these two items, these two types of alcohol. Some use different kinds of grains, wheats or corns.
Are the grains important?
Oh, absolutely. They can.
I feel like we can probably trail off here. Actually, just going to be talking about brewing and distilling.
I was like, I don't want to tell them to stop role playing, but also.
Do the Grimald, come. Sit, let me show you.
I wanted to show that I'm trying to inject myself into your passion, but I also don't want to just question every little thing you're doing now.
With that, you fade off, and everyone kind of hangs about for the day.
I have one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, nothing I really need to roleplay, but I feel like I have been sneaky in a pinch when I needed to, but it's not my usual thing, so I feel like I would spend our downtime like practicing sneaking and like trying to sneak up on animals in the forest.
That's cute as fuck. Give me a stealth
You
check.
just like Scooby Doo some bullshit. Just...
give me a stealth and a survival.
You're muted.
I think he's rolling.
He's just rolling and doing a fist for good rolls.
No, you're still muted.
You got a 17 on my stealth check and a crit on my survival check.
Damn.
Okay.
Scared the shit out of some deer.
So, combined with the training that Sinrig has given you and your own things that you've learned over time, this time you spend during today, and I would assume also tomorrow as well, just kind of honing your skills, because the next day will also be just downtime unless you guys decide to say fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and say, especially with those great rolls, you managed to gain your confidence in your survival abilities, and you become proficient in survival.
Yeah,
Sinrig,
that's awesome.
Is like watching him do this probably, like not like following him or anything, but just like sees him and he just like has a moment. He's like, oh.
And after like catching a good like bony, albeit bony hair, and after stalking it for a bit, you do notice Iracoria was kind of watching you while just kind of whittling something, and she kind of nods and then walks away and doesn't really give anything more than that.
Cool.
So you guys can go ahead and long rest, and move on to the next day, but we're going to go ahead and take a very quick break. So, we're going to take a break. We're going to do another day of downtime, and then we're going to move on to Baptism Day, the most exciting day of the year. The best day of the year! So we're going to go ahead and take 15 minutes, so we'll be back at 7:15. I'm not saying that for the viewers, I'm saying that for the players. Don't go anywhere. We will be back soon. back.
Hey.
So, let's move on to the next day. As you awaken, the temperature has dropped again. It's gone from that warm, nice, like spring feel to a colder day, seasonably cold, a light wind, and sleet.
How close to the solstice are we?
You are 11 days from solstice. And sleet just raining down on the dome as you guys awaken. Excuse me. Those of you who stayed at the inn, if you are not Aldous or Varys and stayed at the tavern, he did charge you 2 gold to stay for the night. So go ahead and mark that down. Otherwise, you went back to meet at the dome.
But to charge y'all for fucking entrance fee for baptism too, but that's later.
So, what do we want to do today? Does anyone have anything pressing they would really like to do during the day? You have a day of downtime, basically, unless you decide to shoot a torpedo into the plan.
So, well, not like we do that, but so yesterday did I finish that spell scroll?
Yes.
Okay. Aldous, this is for you.
What is that? What is
it? It is a. I almost absorbed your accent. It is a scroll of shit. What is the actual name of the spell? Encode thoughts. So, if something goes wrong, and I cast Encode Thoughts and pull a silvery thread of my memory out of my head. Mm-hmm. And go ahead and now's the time to use that.
You just Dumbledore that shit?
I did.
Wait.
I need you to cast Encode Thoughts so that you can read it.
I cast Encode Thoughts with the scroll?
Yep, there you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? And
he cannot. You look at it and it's just gibberish to you, Aldous.
What is
the spell not on the sorcerer list?
No, it's a wizard-only spell.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh,
sorry.
Be a wizard.
Aldous takes a level in wizard. That's what he does this day.
So instead, I put a soupy, moist, silvery memory noodle on your fucking head, and it just kind of sits there, and it's uncomfortable for the both of us.
Memory noodle is the best thing ever.
What is happening?
I don't know. I don't understand how you work, you fucking sea creature. And I put the memory back in my head.
First.
Holy shit.
I put it in my mouth and I chew it and I eat it.
It says semi-solid.
It's tangible. It's very chewy, and it just kind of it doesn't have a taste, but it feels wrong.
All right, it's now in my tummy.
You just ate memories, like
yeah,
you ate thoughts, which is just a bit of an upsetting feeling at the end of the day.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, Ooh.
Was that not supposed to be how, like...
No, it was supposed to go into your brain part places, and you were supposed to see what that teenager that got eaten by the big serpent was look like, so that plan B was supposed to be you or him back from the dead as a messenger from the god, but like, wow, like everything else, right down the poop chute.
What, why don't you just try to describe him to me?
Because I can describe the kid, but then when you come back to like, look, a weird teenager who's dressed kind of similarly.
You all saw them once. They were outside Keon's house.
Oh, yeah.
You would just need to describe which one it was, and then Aldous, I would have you roll an intelligence check to remember.
Okay, we do that now.
He looked like this.
Roll an intelligence check.
6.
Ouch.
It eludes you. You're thinking back on it, and you're like, you're not used to noticing people of a lower status than you, and
I spend all day trying to remember.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. I use my hat to disguise self, and I look like the kid.
There you go.
I'm a moron. Hey, he looked like this.
He appears as a young 16-year-old boy, brown hair.
At the height of my hat.
Meat just kind of stuffed in his pants.
All right, I do the same thing, but I make him look just deader.
Okay.
Like this. This is probably what I'm gonna do.
I'm not gonna lie. I need like a little bit to myself to just comprehend how much of a moron I am.
That's okay. I'll see you later. You have like 20 hours, so.
Yeah.
Wait, you should probably go check on the snake though. See what what he saw.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to my snake.
Yeah, let us know what happens, because I'm just gonna sit up here and like.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and have her roll in athletics or acrobatics, whichever's higher.
Outstanding. I know how this is going. It's all bad. Please, God, please. Hey, that's not bad. That's not a bullshit. That's not what that is. I'm rolling it again. It landed on an edge.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Yeah, that's fine. It's cocked.
What is a B? What's B?
That's a 20. It's a crit.
Oh, I see. It actually shows you the number. Okay.
Okay. So actually, you awaken in the morning, and she's actually nearby. She's within your range.
Hedgewitch, how'd the night go?
Okay. Little crazy lady saw me, said I'd be good, chased me, tried to grab me. I ran. I came back here, hiding under steps. Very scary.
Like the steps of her house, or like right next to me?
Your building.
All right, well, skedaddle on up here.
She acknowledges and begins making her way up.
Maybe not a snake then. They it sounds like they have an affinity for snakes. We're just gonna keep trying different animals until we find one that works for everybody. Octopus and seahorse not gonna do it.
Wait a minute, she didn't see anything?
She saw. No, she didn't see much.
Well, I saw her gathering things, crushing stuff up, throwing stuff in cauldron. In her house, took cloak off, had tail.
Yep, saw that one coming.
Tail like mine.
Yep, saw that one.
But also feet like yours. No, no, not like yours. Not like Aldous.
Like Zane's.
No, not like Zane's. Like Joe. Feet like Joe.
Oh, like a people feet, lizard legs, or people feet, lizard tail. Got it.
Yes.
What happened?
Shit, I forget her name.
Hedgewitch.
Keon, thank you. Keon is a Yanti.
Oh, we were right. Okay, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and yeah, she's absolutely making a potion. She's still making it. And Hedgewitch needs another makeover because snakes are a hot commodity around here. Honestly, saying it out loud makes me realize how much of an idiot I am to not have realized that yesterday. All right, Hedgewitch, here's what we got. I'm gonna make a perception check just to kind of see, has Zook noticed any pets around?
I don't think you need a perception check for that. You have not seen any pets around, no.
So not a cat. Hedgewitch, what we got? We could be a lizard. Do you think they look on lizards with the same affection that they look on snakes?
I don't know.
All right, well.
Maybe.
Actually, you know what? Which one's the sneakiest? Oh, why are not all these clickable? I don't like that.
Can I do a nature check on Yanti?
Sure.
If not, I'll. Oh!
That sound.
Yeah, nat 20, baby.
Which for a total of
20.
Yay!
Yuan-Ti.
Yuan-Ti.
The snake human Pokemon. Yuan-Ti.
Do the voice. You gotta
no,
do the voice.
No. So Yuan-Ti are snake
snake
hybrids of snake humans. Shape changers. They could change into snakes and humans. Well, they're hybrid forms. Snakes in their hybrid form. They have many tiers. Number one. They come from an old.
They cry a lot.
That's all you know. That's all you find out.
Okay.
Punishments for bad puns. No.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I call them my
Punishments.
Oh, fuck you, Mark.
So they cancel each other out. Tell me more.
So,
Would you like to know more?
All right.
I would.
They are from a long line. Yuan-Ti are from back in ancient, like, even back to, like, Illithid times, like the same time Illithids had empires running around.
Nature check on Illithids.
They were humans that sacrificed and prayed to serpents, and over time became serpents, changed their bodies, changed their type. Since then, there are four big main gods of Yuan-Ti. You're gonna have to roll a religion check on that one for any of that. Each kind of has their own point, but you know that certain Yuan-Ti are led by a Malison priest, and from there they like to sometimes sometimes they'll straight up sacrifice things they find. Other times they'll farm them, and they'll get a nice big group going for sacrifices in the future, because you don't ever want to run out of sacrifices, right?
Animals or humans? Humanoids.
Oh, they like humans. They'll do animals if they have to, but humanoids tend to be where they focus on.
16 religion check.
16 religion check. Your three. Excuse me. So now that it's been brought up, and now that you guys are like, oh yeah, Yuan-Ti, you think back to your time of like learning about gods and learning about what you've known from when you were a kid before you had ever come to New Praxia to begin with. And you remember learning about some gods that snake people worshipped. Those being... there's Dendar. And this isn't a joke, Seth. And there's Mershulk.
Okay, Dende, Seth, and...
Dendar.
Okay.
Seth is 2 S's at the beginning.
Zook has had a massive change of heart about how he feels about the cult.
They worship Marshall, not Seth.
This one, and that's probably an easy fix.
With knowing what you know that cults of Mershulk and everything they had told you about Mershulk's past about lines up. It doesn't seem like they were hiding the fact that Mershulk is a Yuan-Ti god. But what you do know is that it's led by a Master of the Pit. Is a Mershulk Malison. So
Master of the Pit, giver of the time, gonna make you turn into a snake on time.
And she, with that badass nature check, you are sure that Kian is no Pitmaster. So. And with that, I think you have enough.
Okay.
Do we know some things?
Are you gonna spout this? You gonna spill some of that tea?
That Yuan-Ti.
Oh shit!
That's a new one.
That's very good.
So I'm assuming we are all downstairs at the breakfast table in the tavern.
Yeah, he set you up with your bedrolls in the den, so because there's no, like I said, there's no bedrooms here, so he kind of set you up as comfortably as possible.
And he charged us 2 gold for it?
He charged the people who are not getting baptized 2 gold, yeah.
For a bedroll on the floor? Alright.
Yeah, for a roof over your head.
So I will go ahead and tell that to everyone through my head talking. Basically, so basically all of that. So I think that based on all of that, whoever this person who lives out of town that is above Kian is probably the master of the pit in regards to the religion cult thing.
Do you think that maybe, do you know if they can turn other people into Yuan-Ti? Is that something?
From what I understand, the Yuan-Ti were changed long ago. They prayed and worshipped these snake gods, and they were gradually changed into...
It is possible for them to change people into Yuan-Ti. You've heard it before, but it takes a lot, and you need to be hot shit to get that kind of honor. Like, that's not something that just happens.
It sounds like it is possible for other Yuan-Ti to turn non-Yuan-Ti, but that is meant to be an honor, something of high regard. It does not seem like they would do it to mere initiates or people that they just met, hopefully.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do today?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar again. I'm gonna change her into a weasel.
Okay. The mortal enemy of a snake. You grab the snake, dip her in the cauldron, and after casting it, it bubbles for a moment, and you pull out a furry little weasel.
Okay. Cyrano, go bug mom. And so I tell her, okay, go watch if you can, but I know you got that good old little nose on you, so see if you can't figure out what it is she's using to make this.
It's gone.
Because weasels have what's called keen hearing and smell.
That weasel sound was amazing, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
But also the stealth piece. So.
Alright, she takes off.
After 24 hours, I want to check on the tree for the sparrows.
Alright. You head back.
Zane, would you come with me, though?
Of course.
You head back to the tree with your new nests. Or you placed them up there waiting for them, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to find good spots, little holes in the tree that they put their nests.
Yeah, you found a couple good spots for them. So you get back and you hear some chirping coming from the tree as you approach.
I will cast Speak with Animals again.
And you do. He goes.
Gerard.
He's like, no, he made mine better. No, he made them the same. You're not even looking. No, he made mine better. He was much better.
I did make them the same, but they are both very good.
Oh, he's back. He brought food. They fly down. Hello.
So, what did you learn?
So, what did you bring?
Oh, okay.
I'll take out rations, anything that I could give them. I'll even give them a couple more berries and stuff.
You just place it on a branch.
Lay it out for whatever they would need.
All right, they start taking.
I'll split like one ration for a human is probably days and days for a bird, right? So like split it in half and like give each of them.
Sure, yeah. They just start picking at the bread, picking at the crackers and stuff, and as they do, you can hear them kind of talking with their mouths full. They're like, snake didn't come out. Big thing
The whole 24 hours you were there did not come out at all.
The whole time the sun was up and the sun went down and the sun came back up. Don't know what hours are, but...
No, that's fair. That is very useful information. Thank you so much, my friends.
Uh-huh. And they're like, oh, tell them the other thing. Oh, yeah. And some people came on that thing that floats. Wait, what's floating?
A boat, yes.
Boat? I don't know.
Yes. What did the people do?
They walked into the forest and they cut something and they brought it back.
What did they cut?
Looked like snake.
They. But you said the snake didn't come out?
Snake didn't come out.
But they cut a snake?
They cut it. And then they brought it back.
Was it a plant or something? Or
No, it was a snake.
they cut a snake?
Yes, a whole snake.
Oh, but not the big snake, like a different snake.
It was the size of big snake.
Okay.
It was just laying there. And they cut it.
Huh. They cut a big snake. Okay. Huh. Okay. And then what they do? They just left?
Yeah.
When you say they cut it, you mean like they took a little piece of it, or they cut it into pieces in there?
Wide as you.
Wide as me? A piece as big as I am?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that means. You have any ideas what that means, Birds?
It means they wanted that piece of snake.
Yes, that is exactly what that means. Very good, yes.
We're
All right.
smart. We're very smart.
Very smart. Thank you very much, friends.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy your homes. Yes.
I like picturing Zane just standing there while Cinerig's tweeting hers. Why did you want me to come with you?
Just, maybe you pick up a thing or two, It's,
I'm pretty sure that's been more than 160 characters, so.
Hey.
in a tweet, you motherfucker.
That's another 50 hit points.
All right. Well, I'll go back and relay that information to Joe and everyone. But first, I just wanted to, as we walk back, kind of talk with Zane, just see how he's doing. So Zane, I've noticed you've really taken to the wilds outside, yes?
Well, after spending my whole life in the city walls, at first I was terrified of being out here. And I figure we're going to spend some time here, so I might as well get used to it. I also figured I could work on my stealthiness a little bit. I usually am more of a brute force kind of guy, but, if we're going to sneak, I might as well practice.
Sure. We haven't had the chance to go over the information we learned from Miracoria, though, of a country of Dragonborn.
Yes. I suppose this time I've spent alone has also allowed me to kind of digest this information, yes. It's a lot to take in. However, she said she left there over a decade ago, so I'm not even sure it's worth questioning her about the state of things.
Maybe not right now, but if you're interested, I'm sure we could learn more about this place.
I'm certainly interested. I'm sure it will come up along the way, but if it doesn't, we can always go after taking care of you and all this. Much more pressing.
Yeah. There are always pressing matters at hand, yes. No, I just seeing you out here, seeing how much you have grown in the last few months. You're doing very well.
Sindrig, I owe much of that to you. It means a lot to hear that.
The student learns only what they want to learn. The teacher just provides it. But
Well
when you were sneaking around, I saw Iricoria kind of caught you off guard there. So, there's still more to learn, yes.
Yes, she has much more practice being stealthy than I.
But you will learn. So, we should tell the others, though, what I learned from the birds. So.
You could maybe also tell me, because, again, I had no idea what you were tweeting about.
Oh, yeah, we'll all learn soon enough.
As we walk away, Sinrig does the, he goes to pat him on the back, but kind of hesitates and just walks forward with him.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they would like to work on? Anything they'd like to do?
I'd like to just read the Infernal book.
All right. You could get a good, if that's all you're doing today, you can get a good 16 hours in.
Nice. And how much do I need again?
48.
Oh, that's there.
I will talk with Grimold and Joe and Zane about what the birds said. And Iricoria, if she's there, I guess.
Sure. She's at her stump.
So, the birds, they did not encounter the big snake, as they called Mershok. But they said that they saw some people arriving on the boat and cutting a piece of another big snake that had been lying there. I don't know exactly what that may mean. Perhaps there were at one point 2 horned serpents, and now only one exists left. And they use the body of the dead one to create the antidote or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm terrified to imagine that there are 2 of these, or even more, potentially.
From the way they said it, the one they cut a piece of was dead, I think. They said it was just laying there. I'm not sure.
Well, if that is the case, perhaps we can find our gem we are looking for.
And they did specify it was a different large snake, right?
Yes, right? That
Okay.
they did. I didn't misunderstand that, right?
They said it was a snake.
They said a snake, yes. They said big snake never came out, but there was another big snake. They cut a giant piece of it, the size of me, and then left with the piece of snake.
If they needed a piece of a snake for the baptism, I guess I'm just cautious that it is a piece of the Horned Serpent.
Yes.
Which means that this could be a very specific potion and not something easily manufactured.
What if it was the skin?
Yes, the skin would make sense, but what for?
Like it shed its previous skin. It is not another horned serpent, but it is the skin of that very horned serpent.
Yes.
They
Snakes do that, I've heard.
Yes, they use the shed skin of the horned serpent to create the antidote. Yes, this makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Well, then if there is not antidote around in Kian's hut, perhaps there is plenty of other ingredients, and then we can find some of the skin of the serpent ourselves and create an antidote.
My hope is, yes, I think this is a good idea to obtain this, but my hope is that whatever Zook is able to do, that maybe Hedwig can observe the process, and maybe all that we will need to do is get the items in order to replicate this. And if we need to go obtain that skin, that might be our last ingredients that we need. But this is good information.
Yes, definitely.
What I'm thinking though is, if there is the carcass of one of these horned serpents there, perhaps the part of it we need could be acquired without hunting and killing a live one.
I believe we're just talking about the skin of a shedded one. Like the shedded skin from the serpent.
Yes.
I know it's what you guys were saying, but the birds made it sound like they cut off a large piece of the snake. So he said it was the size of Sinrig's body.
I think what we were interpreting was that it was the shedded leftover from the horned serpent that they cut a huge chunk off of.
Because
so they just needed the shedded skin.
I suppose. I just didn't imagine the shedded skin even being that big. But okay.
That's at least what we've been currently interpreting.
If there is a corpse of one there, then yes, that would make our job a lot easier. We would still have to get to the island where the live horned serpent is, though. So regardless, if we want to recreate the antidote or perhaps find the body of an already dead one, we have to make our way to the island, which is probably tricky.
So we can just use the two that have been baptized as shields until we get the rest. Got it.
And again, I could create a protection of poison on a few of us as well.
I think this is good information, but I still think our plan holds strong, that we still go in and obtain whatever we can during this baptism. But I am worried from what we learned from all this. I am very worried about them going through this process. I do not know that them going through the process is just giving them the antidote. I think it is something much worse than that. So if we can somehow interrupt the process, maybe they get the antidote and then we can get them the hell out of there, that might be something that we need to think about.
I mean, as this process starts, we can ransack the hut, find any other ingredients that she has out and about, take that, and then I'm more than happy to interrupt the rest of this.
Yeah.
No, I think our friends, I do not think that our friends, Varys and Aldous, they're wise, intelligent men. I do not think that they would go through with something that they know would be, well, ending their life. So I do not think we need to prematurely interrupt, but I think if one of our party members gives us word, or if one of them, they are also both very powerful magic users. If they give us word, I think we need to be ready to assist.
Sure.
It is not a large town. If a fight starts, we know where to go.
Exactly. And I'm guessing it's probably by the lake, because everything in this town is by the lake.
Lakes and lakes, that's all they talk about.
Lakes and lakes. The episode.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do during today's downtime? Bill, you
Not
good?
particularly.
You're
I do
really
feel
quiet
like we
over
need
there,
to-
so I want to check.
I was about to say I just don't have much to participate in.
You're
I just
good.
Don't.
You're good. I get it. Sometimes you're just along for the ride. What were you saying, Matt?
Oh, I was just saying, I feel like we need to tip those birds, because that was some solid info.
Wow, I can't believe I went back to you.
I built them homes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just before we leave the city, like when we're done with everything, maybe, drop an extra ration or something. That's all. That was more what I wanted to.
Oh.
That was really helpful.
I just misunderstood. I thought you were just talking about paying the birds. I was like, why? Why would we do? No, anyway. That's good. I believe if that's it, we can move on through the day. So you all rest once again. Half of you at the inn, the other half in your dome. Oh no, Zook, you're actually not in the dome because Zook's not with you guys at the inn. Or he's at the inn, so you guys don't get a dome. You have to sleep outside in the cold in your tents. You awaken in the morning to another cold day. The sleet from yesterday has turned into a light snowfall as the temperature has finally evened out. There's a small wind just kind of blowing the snow against your face as you all kind of climb out of your tents. Varus and Aldous, you both wake up shouting, "It's today! It's today! It's today!" Just instinctually. You don't know why. And,
There's all the presents! Oh, wait,
no, but you all are waking up. And it probably about around the time you guys are starting to stir, the innkeeper, the tavern keeper, excuse me, comes to you all in the morning and knocks. And he's just, "Wake up! Good morning, good morning. If you are not the Triton or the elf, I have to ask you to leave."
Of course. Give us a moment to wish them good fortune with their baptism.
Certainly. And as for you two boys, put these on. And he throws you a robe, and he throws Connor or Varus a robe, and Aldous a robe. I am tired today, guys. Throws Varus a robe and Aldous a robe, and he gives you guys a moment.
Well, this is it.
We're not going to die. I mean, we're just going to get baptized.
I mean,
Well-
I just wanted to say I'm still down to be eaten by a snake and use an immovable rod. I just want everybody to know that from here on out.
Well, Dozer, we do not know what will happen in the future, and we are horribly unprepared to fight this serpent either way, so...
I mean, we don't know that. I could be... What does it take to be eaten and use an immovable rod? I mean, come on, really.
I admire your optimism. Well, we will be outside of the town, so unfortunately far away if anything should happen. But I trust that the two of you will be able to look after each other. And Varus, just in case, I touch you and I cast Death Ward. Just in case.
I thought while we were doing this, you guys were going to her house to take the stuff, right?
Oh, the stealthy ones will, yes, but as I have said before, I am not stealthy, so...
Yeah, he clinks a lot when he runs around, so...
Yes, the heavy armor and whatnot, so I will have to occupy myself in other tasks.
Okay, sounds good, man. Well...
Cinna is with you guys, by the way, and she just kind of, like, rubs Varus's hand, like, what to do, kind of, like...
Like
she's
asking what to do. Yeah, she seems to be demanding your attention as a cat will.
I think that she will hopefully be able to remain, and once the ceremony starts, or perhaps you give a signal, she will head back to Sinrig.
I think that's best. That she sticks around for a little while and then, to mark that it's beginning.
Do you have a signal in mind, just to make sure that she gets...
Yes. Cinna, I will... I don't know if you can understand me. Hopefully you can. I will...
I can talk to her.
Oh, right. I will cough twice.
I look to Cinna and I say very slowly and clearly, when Varus coughs twice, that is the signal. Go get Sinrig and tell him the ceremony is starting.
Wow. And then she...
Okay.
I'm gonna run down the hill and I'm gonna put my hands like this and I'm gonna go, ah! Ah!
What are you, an infant?
We use these.
Her ears go up, and she just tilts her head when you do that. She's like,
Oh, no, that was Naldis. That was Mike.
oh. I didn't know that you were doing out of character things.
This is why I stopped participating. I just hope you know that.
Just doing
Dozer,
character
what are you
things.
Participating about what, Dozer?
You said the stream wouldn't change us.
It never has! This is something I've demanded from you guys for 10 years.
Yeah, and we still do it. I don't know why you think the stream is going to stop that.
It's
I don't care about
doing
the
the same thing over and over again is insanity,
All
right?
Anyway, the tavern keeper comes back in and kicks all you out at this point. As he gets you all out, do you guys have your robes on?
Sure.
Yes, I do.
All right.
I still have my shit with me or no?
Yeah. He's not taking it away.
Wait, you brought things?
I have like a sword and a staff and shit.
Oh, right, all right.
As we're walking out of town, can I?
Yes. Excuse me. You do reach out to her, and you end up getting her as you're walking out, as you're walking past near Keon's house. She hears you in her head, and she goes, been bubbling all night, small cauldron. Lady has took delivery, lady took delivery of herbs. Roll a perception check for me for her. Advantage, of course.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
11 plus. What is she now? Weasel.
Being footed.
Yeah. She's got advantage, remember.
Yeah, 14.
14. Smells like nightshade and poppy. Been boiling a while. Using oil. Not sure what is.
About to get some Haron.
Is she home?
Now? Yes. But maybe leaving? So I forgot. One thing I did forget to mention is that as you guys walked outside, you see that they have some music playing right now, and it's like an actual, like, seems almost kind of like a festival a bit. It's not as raunchy as your city festival, of course, but people seem to be. No one's like dancing yet or anything, but people are like getting ready. There's like a big table set out by the lake. They're like setting food down around it and stuff. So like things are going a bit crazy. So yeah. So anyway, she had told you that, Zook.
Okay. We leave. Actually, I'm going to leave. You go to the baptism and I don't know if there's a problem. Come running.
Got it, boss. And you walk out of her range eventually. Varus and Aldous, as you two step out of the tavern, a couple guys come up to you and they're just like, "Hello, brothers. We are so excited to have you joining us for your very new life. But first, we're going to begin with the celebration of your old one. We will be having a very feastful breakfast, followed by a dip in the lake. Would you please join us?"
Cool, man.
Very good. Follow me.
Is
And
Cinna still with them then, or
is she
like they're allowing her in?
She's not even really being noticed.
Okay.
All right. So they lead you off. What about the rest of you over at Iroquois? You awaken in the morning to the snow? What are we up to?
I think that it is best, since today is the day of the baptism, and they said that it is much of an event, I'm guessing soon our friends will probably meet up with us here. I don't think we should go anywhere until the rest of them join with us. And then we can go from there. I think we just sit tight and wait for the rest of them to
You probably want to be closer to the city, though. So when Cinna gives the all clear, we can make our way to Kian's faster.
Yes, wasn't this the rendezvous point with the horses?
No, because isn't Kian's house farther from the city? Am I mistaken?
No, it's in the city. It's in the town. It's a village. It's a hamlet.
Gotcha. Okay,
It's
I was thinking it was
it's
farther.
just on the lake.
All right, then yeah, then.
We are the sneaky ones, though. So even if the rest of the group comes back, we still have to go. So I feel like the second Cinna comes back, we should probably just go, because that was our job, right?
We do not know when the celebration is starting. If we go and they're all still there, that is not a good idea. I think we should wait, because our friends that were there may know more information than we have out here.
Well, the plan before was that when the baptism started and Kian was gone, and at the baptism, Cinna would come warn us, and we would go to Kian's house. So we need to wait for Demetrius or Zuka Dozer.
No, I know.
Right.
Yeah, but we're arguing literally the same thing.
Okay.
So let's move on.
Literally here, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, till Cinna comes back. Okay.
While you guys are arguing, Demetrius, Dozer, Zook, all walk up to Irikoria's stump.
Where's Cinna?
She is waiting until the festival begins, then she will come find us. We were kicked out. No outsiders allowed for the baptism, you see.
That makes me nervous for them. We should be ready for a fight, potentially.
I pray it does not come to that, as they are a whole village of possibly Yanti, so...
Yanti, that's new.
Oh, yes, I thought we had assumed that... So sorry. So, what I had learned, what we had learned in the 2 days we were in the village was that, based on the information, Merschalk and whatnot, that most likely the village is made up of Yanti. We know for sure that Kian is a Yanti. Hedgewitch did see her disrobe, and she had a tail. So that is confirmed. She is a Yanti. There are possibly more. Merschalk is generally worshipped by Yanti. And the one that was mentioned that is above Kian, higher up in the cult, is someone that I recall would be a master of the pit, who is sort of like the head of the worshipping of Merschalk. He or she lives outside of the village, it would seem. And I believe that about brings you up to speed.
Zook, was Hedgewitch able to get any information about this antidote?
Yes, it consists of nightshade and poppy, and it's boiled in an oil that she couldn't identify, and it's done.
And probably snakeskin. Sorry, we found that part out. There is perhaps either shedded snakeskin or a dead serpent that they cut a large piece out of and took back.
So how much of the nightshade and poppy is required?
I don't know.
So...
She can't smell measurements.
So we have no idea how to make this potion, even if we know the ingredients.
You can go to a house, maybe there's a recipe book. She's probably gone by now.
Well, Grimald, Zane, Joe, and Sinrig will go to their house. They are the sneaky ones.
Yeah, we'll steal the shit out of that.
Oh, I've been
I
sneaking.
will also go if you still need me.
Yes.
It'd be much appreciated.
Should we head to the outskirts of the town now?
Yes, we should prepare for the signal.
Very good.
Sinrig, can Cinna find you fairly easily?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got a nose.
All right then. The rest of us shall wait outside of the town in case something happens. I do not know how much we will be able to do.
Irakuria, is there this lake? Is the town, is it completely blocked off? You have to go through the town to get to it? Or is there a way to get to the lake
We could
from
walk.
around?
We could walk to the lake right now. This is not. The town just sits on it, and the lake is open. It's free game.
Okay. So maybe the rest of you, if somebody has a different idea, but maybe the rest of you go toward the lake, not close enough to be detected, but close enough that if something happens, you can run in to help. Just a thought.
Is there, yeah, so I guess, is there an area far enough away from the town by the lake that is closer to where the ceremony is taking place?
The ceremony is on the coast of the lake. You saw that as it happens.
Right.
The town surrounds a certain area of the coast of the lake. So anywhere on the coast of the lake that you want. It's not like a foresty area, so... But it's a pretty wide open space. Like, there are trees dotting the landscape, but it's not like a forest out here.
So maybe not necessarily right up on the lake, but not so that you're in the town, but you're...
Right. I guess we get as close to the ceremony as we can without being noticed, or or I don't know. It's hard to do this without a map, just trying to visualize it, I guess. Yeah. So it's like...
I mean, look at it this way. You have a lake.
Uh-huh.
You have a town on that lake right here.
Yeah.
You have the coast of the lake.
Yeah.
All around it.
Okay.
I don't know how to be clear.
I drink the lake.
My lake? You drink it up? You like what exactly are you looking for here? Like, that's what I'm confused about.
A place that is close enough, the closest place to the ceremony that
you can get close to the town, but there's no forested area. There are trees.
I think it's
here
just
and
more
there.
of a lakes can vary in size, so he's not sure how close he can get on the coastline without being seen.
You could get a half mile away, quarter mile away, quarter to a half mile.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless, you don't know the extent in which they're going to patrol either, so.
Well, I mean, we're just hanging out close by. If they tell us to get lost, we'll move away.
Cool. So you guys take off then?
Yes.
All right. You all head toward the lake to hang out and wait a further instruction.
Oh, wait, are we doing a beach episode?
It's very cold.
Beach party.
No, we're doing the party is split in 3 episode.
See, you're saying
Just
I
2?
packed my swimsuit for nothing.
Oh.
Oh no, you're right. It's 3 because the stealthy people go closer to the town now. All right. So, Varus and Aldous. They first take you to have breakfast, which is a lot of like cakes, bread, honey, butter. You're eating outside in the cold. They bring you some hot tea for you, and there's people playing. Huh?
How do I check for poison?
How do you check for poison?
Yeah.
There are spells for that.
Survival, I would guess, right?
But otherwise, you could roll a survival check. Yeah.
I've got
I insight the tea.
Survival, huh? Not Investigation.
No, it'd be survival. Excuse me.
Even your wisdom rolls, dude. You just love wisdom rolls. You kill me.
Most skills are wisdom based. 15? You're pretty confident it's not poisoned.
Pretty confident.
It's also, why would they poison you? Doesn't really
I'm
make
not
sense.
I'm not saying like death poison. I'm saying like Rufalin, like get you complicit.
No, that's fine. You're already in. So they feed you, and then afterwards they invite you to go swimming in the lake. And as they do, the man, he's like, "Okay, so now we'll go take a dip." And he takes his cloak off entirely. He's completely naked. And some other people come up too, and they take their cloaks off. Some men and women throughout, each like young, like middle-aged to like 30s, and they just are all like, "Come, we will bathe in the waters of Mershulk and be refreshed." And they just run into the icy lake.
I'm gonna check for tails. Do I see any tails?
Roll perception check.
Hey, more wisdom. 6 this time. 5.
You are too busy looking at other things and not busy looking at tails. As they run into the lake, you don't get a good look at anything, but you don't see any tails, that's for sure. I can tell you that right now.
Good.
Do you two go?
I'm gonna look at Varus and like, that's my shit, so I'm in it.
I pull my cloak off and I gingerly walk across the cold beach and just like tiptoe my way into the water.
All right, give me Constitution saves, gentlemen.
Why?
You're good actually. You're right. Give me a Constitution save, Varus.
18.
18. You're good. It's cold as fuck. You do that as you run into the lake, but everything is okay. You guys swim for a while until finally you see Keon comes out of her house and she whistles, and at that point everyone is like, "Oh, it's time for us to come out. Follow us." And
Hi, it's really cold.
so Cinna is sitting on the shore when this happens, and just kind of like, as she's watching, she just casually gets up and very casually, nonchalantly tries to walk away as the rest of you come out. You guys dry off, everyone gets dried, and then they get their cloaks back on, and then everyone just kind of, they don't gather around, they don't do anything, they just all start kind of dancing around. And this goes on for a bit as Keon just kind of sits down at the head of the table and begins chatting with some of the more older people as well. The rest of you, as you arrive outside of town, those of you, that would be Grimold, Zane, Joe, and that's it. And Ericoria. You three, or you four, are hanging out, like just getting in. After about 10 or 15 minutes, Cinna walks up to you guys and nuzzles each of your legs before just kind of like looking up at you. Oh, Sinrig, you're there too, right? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I'll take the. Are we ready? Yes.
Let's do it.
I'll take a little sprig of mistletoe and some ash, and the ash surrounds us, and I cast Pass Without a Trace.
It is still about it's like 11 a.m. at this point, just so you guys know. So it's a noticeable shadow.
Well, hide in the non-existent
So you don't
shadow.
need to have cast it yet.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, then I will.
I want you to know, it's you're going to be noticed at that point.
I would Pass Without a Trace make you more noticeable.
I don't know.
It covers you in a shadow, and it would be daylight. So you would be a shadow in the daylight, just kind of appearing out of nowhere. So yeah, no, it would be noticeable for sure. It's meant more for stuff like in brush or in the in the night, not for like walking around a town in daylight. Anyway, so you guys, what do you want to do to this? Because it is 11 a.m. and Cinna has come for you at this point. So
we'll still stealth in, right? I mean, can we cut between how? I mean, I don't know the layout of the town. I mean, how open is everything? Can we cut between houses?
Sure. Yeah, the houses are kind of scattered around town. There's no actual layout whatsoever. You remember that Keon's house was on the coast of the lake and on the edge of town. So her house was on the southernmost part of the town. There's no other houses past her, and obviously no other houses past her on the other side because there's a lake. Everything else is built that way from her place. Get it?
Well, then we probably would have prepped close to her place, right?
Yeah.
So we just go to her place?
Yeah. If it's on the edge of the town, then we can kind of just make our way there since everyone else is on the coast, right?
Just quietly.
Mm-hmm. All right. So go ahead and roll stealth checks as you guys approach.
We got that sweet +10.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
Sinrig?
19.
Okay, Cinna?
Oh, I didn't roll for Cinna, sorry. 22.
Okay, Joe?
Jeez.
20.
Zane?
22.
Gironde?
So we don't get anything or pass without a trace?
It's all right if you failed. Everyone else did really well.
Yeah, it's a 6.
It's okay. They'll make up for you.
I rolled a 2.
You guys...
I thought it was +10 for pass without a trace.
He hasn't cast it yet.
We don't have any shadows to actually hide in.
So you guys you don't get into town yet. You just approach the edge of town just to kind of scout things out quietly, keeping low to the ground. As you do, you kind of look past. Give me perception checks for you guys.
24 for me.
Cool. Joe?
19.
Okay. Zane?
6.
Grimald?
22.
All right. Everyone except Zane, who notices some girls getting out of the lake. You guys notice that Keon has sat down at this table. So on the lake, there's a long table right now that's kind of like in a wide V. Their backs are to the lake at this point, and Keon is sitting there with like a few elders on each side of her. The table itself is about 50 feet away or so from her house, so it seems that she's keeping things close to her place just because it's where she has a lot of stuff. And there's also, so it's a V against the lake, so on the other side of the table, away from the lake, there seems to be like a shrine being set up as well. Like people are coming up to that. You see Varus and Aldous doing the elven battle dance with some other people as they're hanging out, looking completely indoctrinated, and you're immediately suspicious. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so people are still out and about. It's still bright out, but it doesn't look like they've hit the climax of the event at all.
Can we position ourselves like kind of behind the house, away? You know what I mean, so they can't see us.
Yeah, like behind the house, just kind of away from the line of sight of anyone at the. Yeah, there's definitely a spot for that. There's no back door to the house. It's very basic, so you just kind of sit behind at the back of the house.
Is there a window on the side or anything that we could?
Yeah, there's some windows on the side.
Can I have Cinna go distract them, distract Keon especially. Since she was she was there before, so if she's there, they don't seem to care. If she just like walks between her legs and maybe create a little bit of distraction.
And she walks off.
Mm-hmm.
You, Varus and Aldous, you watch as
and keep watch for us.
You watch
they start coming, meow,
as
very loudly.
Cinna just kind of trots up and she licks her paw, and then she hops up on the table and just starts walking, knocking glasses and shit off one by one. It's just not like doing it on purpose. Like she's like just running into them as she's walking, just completely careless in where she walks as she passes Keon and knocks a glass of wine over, and Keon just screams out. She goes, "Mangy cat! Oi!" And she points to Vars. She's like, "This is yours, right?"
Yes.
Could you deal with it, please?
I suppose. suppose.
Go lock her up. At this point, other people have kind of come to gather around Keon, and everyone's just kind of like looking at her and like telling her, like pat her down. There, people are picking stuff up. There's kind of like a bustle at this point. Yeah.
Can we use that to sneak into a window or a door or whatever that maybe isn't as open?
The door is facing them, and there's only one door. There are windows, however. Roll a perception check to find one that could be opened.
Could I assist that?
Sure.
Yeah. Look for windows around.
20.
Okay. Looking on the side facing away from the party, you kind of look around and you find one window that's just lifts up. And you guys could get in, but it's going to be a tight squeeze. So I'm going to need stealth checks from everyone again with advantage because there is a distraction happening right now.
I think now would be a good time for Pass Out of Trace because it muffles sound as well.
Sure. Yeah, you could do it.
So I'll as we go to enter, so it muffles and this, so plus 10. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage. And we have advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You should not fuck it up.
So 23 plus 10.
Sinrig?
Yeah, 34.
Senna? Oh no, she's off doing
Senna's,
that.
yeah.
Yep.
She's,
Joe?
33.
Zane?
32.
Grimold?
33. What the hell, guys?
All right.
I was so excited to be that high.
Sneaky team, it's great.
You all managed
we are
to
the stealth
very
team.
quietly, one by one, into the window. Varus, you're kind of here with Cinna now, and she's just looking up at you, and she's like licking the wine off her paws.
I love this image so much.
Is she old enough to be drinking?
Don't drink too much because it'll go straight to your head and then you'll be useless to all of us.
The cat is clearly not capable of being at a grown-up event.
Well, it's a cat, so...
So put it away.
Right. Cinna, go to your room.
And she trots off to the inn and then just kind of doubles back around a building and heads out of town to everyone else.
So smart.
All right, the rest of you are now in her house. There is a cauldron bubbling full. It's a cauldron about this big. You estimate there's, you're not sure. It looks like, you could probably get a good 5 drinks out of these. Oh, I haven't been fucking rolling for Iracoria. I suck ass.
Oh.
I always forget to roll for NPCs. And it sucks especially because an NPC could ruin your day. She only got a 22. She has
plus 10, right?
She has advantage. Yeah, 22 still. But yeah, that's still with plus 10. But it'll still keep you guys quiet for now. So Iracoria, she hops in, and as she's looking around, she's got her hood up, and she immediately starts look around for a vial of sorts. I'm taking my share and getting out of here.
Yeah, we'll start just looting up. Yeah.
Roll perception checks. Senrig?
21.
Iracoria is going to help you. Iracoria got a 24 on her perception check. All right, Senrig, you got a 21, you said?
Yes.
Joe?
11.
Zane? Zane? Mark? You're muted.
Mark?
Yeah.
Sorry, our mics keep crossing over, so I have to
Oh,
keep
you're
muting
good.
and unmuting myself.
You're good.
I got a 12.
And Grimold?
19.
Okay. As you all are looking around, Grimold, you managed to find a shelf with some vials on it, and they're like rather large, large little round bottom bottles with corks. You grab them and you just start filling them up.
Wait, so we find the
You
bottles?
found empty vials.
What are we filling him up with?
Iracoria wants... I'm sorry, I thought that was the plan. Iracoria is going to snatch one from you and immediately start filling it out of the cauldron.
There was a cauldron with the potion
Oh,
in
the
it.
cauldron with the
Sorry,
potion.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
no, that was... I was like, were we 100% sure that was what it was? My kind of thought was like we were looking for more information.
Does it smell like nightshade and poppy?
There we go. That's the kind of stuff I was like, I'm not 100% sure this is a completed...
Just drink the mysterious water.
Sure.
Drink the spicy liquid.
It has a fragrant smell like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So this seems legit?
Can I make a check for that, like a survival, I guess, or a...
Sure, you could try. You're not exactly sure what's in here still, so.
Yeah.
We're not having a lot of time. Just take what we can.
You can also taste it. But the more time you take, the more time you take.
Yeah, I'll take a quick taste and try and gather what it might is, if it is what we need it to be, with a 17 survival.
You taste it, and your head swims. All of a sudden, for just a moment, you feel like you're completely dissociated, and you come back to it, and you just give yourself one of those coughs, and then it just kind of goes away.
Take it. Let's go quickly.
Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah.
If we see any ingredients as well, so if we need to make more, eventually we can. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Did we find anything else with Iracoria's checks? Any other?
Iracoria is looking around, just kind of tossing stuff. She doesn't even she's not being reckless, but she's also trying to be fast. She ends up kind of like looking under a rug, and you see there's a trap door underneath it. She got a pretty high perception check here. And she looks back at the rest of you guys, like, what do you want to do?
Open it.
Check it out, yes.
She opens it up. Do you all go to look down, or do you want to just rely on her?
Grimald Zane, do you want to go with the potion? Or?
Joe, you go over to her, and you look down. You see just water underneath, and just kind of above the water. The water's kind of rocking a little bit, like it's just coming from somewhere else. And above the water, just a tiny bit, looks to be some sort of stone peg that then goes into the water. So it comes from out of the water, and it's just a little bit above the level. You get what I mean?
So is it like a stone, like a pillar?
Yeah.
That is just.
Yeah, it's about this wide, and it seems to go under the water. The water is murky, and you can't really see under it, but you can tell that whatever this is, it definitely goes underwater.
What do you see, Joe?
There's a stone pillar that goes under the water. I do not know what it is for. Iracoria, any idea?
Some weird cult shit.
Probably.
Should we pull it?
If we want to explore this more, maybe we should have a look out.
Well, let's hold on. Let's get all that we need first before we decide to pull it. Yes. Anything else? Grab anything else, because this might do something.
At that point, you do find evidence that they're what you got with a 21, Sinrig?
Yes.
You do find evidence that there was snakeskin here. And you even find, as you kind of like empty out the cauldron, you see it just kind of in the broth, like it was in the potion. You do find evidence of nightshade and poppy, but you don't find anything else. No instructions on how to make it. No sort of any extra ingredients.
Is this like a one-room hut
kind
of thing?
Yeah, it's one-room hut. She's got her bed in the back. She's got this cauldron in the center. She has like tables and shelves scattered around, but just a one-room hut.
Yeah. So can we tell if potion has been taken out of this cauldron yet? Like, is it half full, or is it, you know what I mean?
It was completely full. At this point, you guys hear claws against glass.
Oh,
Cinna.
Can I see? Is it Cinna? Yeah.
And you hear just like.
We have to go.
What if we set this place on fire?
Well, hold on. Isn't she going to come back to get some of the antidote for the two gentlemen? Shouldn't we leave enough for those?
Yes, we definitely want the snake cultist to finish the baptism.
And we'll
start
keep
this
all of
place
it.
on fire.
Sorry, let's hurry up, open the window, let's pull this lever, let's see what happens, and then let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, pull the lever and we start on fire, disrupt the baptism, then we don't
Fire,
finish anything.
pull the lever.
Yeah?
I thought we wanted to avoid fighting this entire town.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go.
I also thought you hated fire.
As you guys turn around,
Things dying by
the door opens up. And as you are all standing there about to go out the window, you see Kian staring back at you.
Don't understand.
She stares, silent.
Okay, well, give me the vials. I'm gonna fucking run. Yeah, grab the vials and I fucking run.
We'll find out. We'll find out how you do and what you do when we return to this next week.
Gone.
What?
Oh man.
But I want to.
Now we have to fight a whole snake cult.
I need to prepare for this because I didn't expect something like this to happen.
Really? With our
don't know how. Expect the unexpected, Ben.
I should expect the unexpected.
No. You could keep expecting the expected. This should be expected. Like they're gonna either kill the snake thing or they're gonna kill the villagers. There's no way they end up fucking up and having to fight both.
So I think it'll be fun regardless. You guys could still talk your way out of this. I don't want you to think you immediately have to fight. There might be an option here. But there was a lot of discussing in the hut as you were warned to get out. So
I have my persuasions like sass that I have ready. So I'm gonna have to write it down so I don't forget it before next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Quinn. You're freaking awesome, dude. We appreciate you. Thank you to Sean, who also tipped $25 today. That was fantastic. And thank you and welcome to our new followers as well. We're really glad to have you. Not all sessions are this dysfunctional. You can go to bit.ly/onceuponatavern to see how well they... That's not even true. You guys have a track record.
They're kind of all like
this. We are disruptive assholes.
But if this is what you like, then you're in for a treat because it only gets worse from here.
We spend an hour planning and 3 hours unraveling all that planning.
That's okay. I watched a session where I total just sidebar because we have a little bit of time. I watched an entire session, 3 sessions spent planning on another Dungeons & Dragons campaign show that I won't mention. And they spent an entire 3 sessions planning for a boss fight. And they walked into that boss fight last session, and not a single bit of their plan was used. Not one bit. It was 3 days of wasted content. So, you're not nearly that bad. You're much better. And
I wouldn't say wasted.
Here's
That's
the plus
solid
side.
Character work.
Here's the plus side. If you never had a plan, this would have never happened. You never would have been caught in her hut. So, like, that's way more interesting. I guess we disagree.
We created our own demise. That's what's important.
That's what Dungeons & Dragons is.
That's the best part.
We also, if we hadn't done this plan, we wouldn't have found the sketchy basement, probably.
True.
It's the cork for the lake. Pull it out and drain the lake.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
Literally do it.
No, I was thinking that thing that calls the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean, that big like boom thing that like.
Oh.
Except it's gonna be the Horned Serpent.
Do it. Nah, I'm
right.
We'll have to find out next week. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear your fucking masks, and don't forget, Sundays are for D&D. Good night.
Bye.